Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? TheBoxingVoice.com. Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking shit. They want me there.
TBV presents a ring walk with Danny.
Ring walk Danny.
Daniel.
Owen Bama, only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All them beautiful kids is here.
We turning TBV into the Hot 97 of boxing.
Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big fight, I'm pulling up. Chicago, we in here.
Man.
From the cotton fields of Alabama to the casinos of Las Vegas. Mama, I made it.
We up early, baby. The grind don't stop. Gilly the Kid ain't gonna be the only one around here doing big shit.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ring Walk Danny. This message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs. Find me on TikTok as Nesta Gibbs and on my personal YouTube channel at Nesta Gibbs, where my latest project dropped yesterday. So go ahead and check out my new podcast that has nothing to do with boxing and was featuring a supermodel. Drop some comments. Let me know what you think. Today, we're here to announce some official fights, Danny. Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin is officially official. Then we have Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner is allegedly officially official, even though that doesn't have a date. They said late summer, early fall. But it's official. Contracts are signed.
Correct.
And then it feels like a Thursday show because there's so many topics, but Antonio Tarver out here wilding. He talking about Rolly's hitting like a heavyweight. So, I mean, I felt like, how can I choose between so many things that we need to discuss? It's like, okay, obviously Canelo Triple G was probably the biggest news. But then, you know, the most, I guess, shocking news would be Antonio Tarver believing that Rolly's punching like a heavyweight. But then it's like, oh, it's unfair not to mention that Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner are going for fake undisputed.
No, it's not. It's not fake undisputed.
None of them have the WBA.
Correct. It's a unification.
I know, but they're trying to play it off for all the belts.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
How so?
I had the tweet. Top rank. Check it out. Go to their page. Just announce all the belts. Blah, 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 blah. It's not all the belts. You're missing one. But it doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. Just giving the facts, you know.
Yeah, I must have missed that.
I'll try and pull it up, you know. But yeah, man, what do you think about it? Michaela Mayer, Alicia Baumgardner. There was a lot of back and forth as if this fight wasn't going to happen. I want to believe that Michaela Mayer was insinuating as if, you know, Baumgardner wanted to do other things other than meet in the ring. And even when we spoke to Baumgardner, she kind of did say she had some other plans to fight someone else. Is that still happening?
No, I mean, she had plans to fight Choi in a unification to be able to fight Michaela for undisputed. So I'm not sure where the change of plans was or, you know, what caused it to.
The fight was offered to Baumgardner before.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The fight's happening. I'm really excited for it. Obviously, Alicia had a great performance to win her titles, and you know, Michaela has been in action-packed fights So, I've been looking forward to this one.
It's going to be an interesting fight because Michaela does like to tangle. And, obviously you want to believe that Alicia Baumgardner is the bigger puncher. So it would be a dangerous thing for Michaela Mayer to stand there and do what she normally does. But she's in love with the 1-2-3. There's no way she's not going to be right there, but she's taller, longer. And I want to say, I probably can bet that she's way more active, right? In terms of like output and who throws more punches.
You talking about Michaela?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I don't have any punch stats in front of me, but no, Michaela.
No, I mean, I'm talking about going off what you see in the fights. What does it look like to you?
Yeah, to me, Michaela, like I said, is a very active fighter, very active puncher, which is something that I think is gonna kind of backfire in the Baumgardner fight if that is the case, because it's like if you in front delivering a lot of punches, you're gonna have punches coming back, and your guard's not gonna be up, and obviously, Alicia Baumgardner is out here knocking girls out cold on her feet, so just got to be careful.
I mean, is she knocking out women the caliber of a Michaela Mayer?
Shit, she knocked out a world champion, so whether it's caliber of or close to, it's still one of the ladies. I mean, she was a champion. That's how Alicia became champion. So
not to compare, but I have to compare. Does this fight produce more action than Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor?
No.
Yeah, nah.
No.
And
I don't know.
Let me tell you.
I'm going to go on the record and say I think they're both wrong. Again, I think that Michaela Mayer style, she loves the 1-2-3. She's right there, bro. She's like, and sometimes she doubles that hook. I feel like they're going to exchange more. Katie Taylor was using a ring. Who's going to box in this fight? And if anybody boxes, it's Baumgardner.
Oh, absolutely.
It's Baumgardner. It's Baumgardner because it ain't going to be Michaela Mayer. She's like Mexican style, in my opinion, unless I'm totally misunderstanding what I see when I see her fight.
Yeah, no, Alicia's going to be the one to move, but that's the thing, too. And that's just like she has that power, right? So it's like, do we focus on a boxer or do we focus on a puncher? Who do we prepare for? So if you are Michaela Mayer's team, like, what are you preparing for? Are you preparing for her to be able to move around and to be able to cut off the ring so she can move around? Or are you preparing for, let's be careful on that defense. Maybe let's be a little less active and a bit more cautious of that power?
I don't know, man. I think she's going to have to get hit, no? I don't know that she goes in there cautious of the power. Has she fought any? And this is the issue with women's boxing. It's now starting to get in the forefront. So, it's not like men's boxing, 60 to 100 dudes per division. Like, I don't know, 10 women per division. I swear I don't know 10 women per division. Can you name 10 women per division?
I'm trying to think if I can name 10 women in any division.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, did she fight anybody with power? I don't. Hamaduce ain't look like she was knocking nobody out, but it was a good fight.
And let me tell you, it was one of those fights that actually reminds me of you, because you love to say it so much.
What?
They're gonna call it Fight of the Year.
Oh yeah,
because they stood there and just banged and got hit.
Yep.
By
that's
each
what
other.
Fight of the Year is. If you hit me and I hit you, that ain't Fight of the Year to me.
So that to me, that's kind of like what I saw in that fight with Hamaduce. So I think that, I don't know, man. Is there a line for this yet? I'm curious on that. Is there?
I'm sure. I mean, it's official now. I'm sure someone has it.
Because we get lines for fights before they're official.
Yeah.
So
like Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Right. Exactly. So
But while you pull up that line, you know what? I actually activated the Bovada account, but you see, it says it doesn't work here in Las Vegas. That's so strange.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I have to log in.
Yeah, once you log in, it lets you look at the site. I did that yesterday. which is weird. I don't know. Could we use it here or not? Because they got bets, bro.
Damn, my account has been disabled. Yeah, I ain't used it in like 3 years.
They got bets on Bovada over here in Vegas. I just don't know if we can actually place one. But moving on to the other subject, Canelo, Triple G is official. I almost wanted to give him credit for this, but you didn't win the Bivol fight. So it's like, this is all part of the plan. Like, it's strange, right? Like, we heard, he had to fight Bivol and next was Triple G. It's just strange to see him going into Triple G even after the loss, like sticking to the plan even after the loss.
He's going into it a huge favor, let me tell you.
Really?
Oh yeah, 4-1.
Still?
Oh yeah.
Is that Bivol's a completely different style?
Golovkin right now is plus 300.
Wow. And I still won't take it. Promise you I won't.
So if they was to give you like plus 1,000 Golovkin by knockout.
Oh no, then I'll drop 100. I'll drop 100 just in case. I fucking dropped 100 on Jamel Herring. I might as well drop 100 on Gennady. But I highly doubt he wins. How could the face of boxing lose back to back? I don't even think that's good for the sport. One loss is good. AJ losing once, then coming back and getting his belt. That's good for the sport. Right. Canelo losing after so long. That's good for the sport. It created a new Bivol star. But you lose back to back, brother. Shit ain't. We gonna start questioning everything. You might as well put a knee brace back on.
We got a super chat early in the morning already from Steve Munoz. Says PBC fanboys were all wet about Earl fighting 42-year-old Pac-Man with a 2-year layoff, but knock this. It would have been Charlo versus Triple G. They be and smiley face emoji.
Yeah. So definitely. What you think about that, champ? You think that if Charlo...
PBC fanboys were all what about Earl fighting a 42-year-old Pac-Man with 2-year layoff, but
we're
knocking
Canelo.
I get that. But the thing is that Gennady Golovkin never ever, not never, never will be Pacquiao. He just never will. He's never going to be considered a legend.
He's never even moved divisions. Pacquiao, that's what Pacquiao's known for.
So this is the thing, Earl and any fighter is entitled to wait around for a legend to pass the torch to him. It's different. Gennady is not a legend. Gennady's a big name in the sport. Gennady's a big name in the division. Gennady is not Manny Pacquiao.
I think he's a boxing legend, but a 1,000,000% agree he's not Manny Pacquiao.
You think Gennady's legend?
Oh, he's for sure a boxing legend. He's tied for the most all-time title defenses in the middleweight division. When you tie B-Hop in anything, especially an accolade like that, and the names on his resume, the impact he's had on the sport, Gennady Golovkin is absolutely a legend in the sport.
CYP as a counterpunch.
I want to debate that because the issue with me debating you, I don't know B-Hop's run. I'm not a historian. I know Gennady's run. That shit wasn't spectacular to be called legend. So the fuck what? You got 20 title defenses. Yeah, them dudes was decent, but they wasn't the best.
Let me remind you the famous interview B-Hop had in the ring with Larry Merchant after one of his fights where Larry's sitting on him, right? And this is during his middleweight run.
Yep.
And Larry,
I remember that.
And he's like, "What do you want me to do? If I don't fight my mandatory, I get stripped." So there was criticism during B-Hop's time because in order to stay undisputed, in order to remain champion and hold whatever titles he had to fight some of those mandatories, and some of those fights were not liked very well. And that was case in point, that fight specifically, because Larry Merchant brought it up post fight.
Look, again, I remember that, but I can't. It's like I said, I can't tell you all his 20 defenses. What I can tell you is that Gennady brought dudes up from 54.
For sure. And let me tell you, B-Hop to me was on a different level. That was a different era. The Oscar, the Tito, I know some of those fights were at 54, but those fights were big, and those were big names, and those were guys that year after year were still being spoken about at the top of that division, or one of the big guys in the sport. So it was a different era. I'm not saying that Gennady is at that level. I'm just, obviously he did tie his record for most title defenses, but Gennady, to me, especially with the impact he's had during the peak of his career, he for sure was a legend. Like,
wow. I don't know if I consider him legend. Let's get to this counterpunch from CYP, and we'll get to those other super chats. CYP, buenos dias.
In Jesus' name.
Yo.
Hello?
Yo.
Oh, shit.
I'm starting to wonder if we got to boost the server. You think it's the server on Discord?
No, I don't think so.
I never had Discord, but like, why is everybody's over?
Because I've been in server. I have several servers I'm on Discord that I've been in for years, and it's never been a server boost issue. It's usually just connection.
Yeah, a lot of people are commuting to work, so we'll wait for him to get back in the queue.
We got another super chat.
Yes, who's that?
Jaguar Pa. If you wanted Fury Wilder 3 but mad at Nello Triple G 3, you a goofy. Make sure to get your super chats in early this morning. Let's go and get on the show.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But
if anything,
there was more.
People wanted to see Fury Wilder. I don't really want to see Triple G Canelo right now.
And people wanted Fury Wilder more than they wanted Canelo Triple G3. Like, see, there was an entire demographic of people that wanted that fight.
Right.
They were petitioning for that fight. Like, there's nobody fucking petitioning for Canelo Triple G, but it looks like CYP is back.
CYP.
No connection.
Yeah, we'll try you maybe third time the charm.
Yeah, when you're not driving around. Who is that? Actually, we're not opened up yet. We got Tony Salgado says, good morning, TBV. Excited for the Tank fight. Canelito putting GGG in the dirt. RIP. All the little kids from the Texas schools. Salute and glove emoji. That's right, man. That was just horrible.
Yeah, I know.
Horrible.
Still going
horrible.
through that.
And then our own from Essex said that in his school, or his son's school, a 7th grader brought a gun too.
And they was like shut down for like 7 hours and
That's
whatnot.
insane, bro. I don't understand.
Yep. Let's try CYP one more time.
Yo.
We hear you.
God damn. Listen, man. I hear a lot of people playing dumb in the chat with their dumb super chats about if it was somebody else fighting Triple G, everybody'd be happy. Listen, man. Triple G has a belt at 160. Anybody who fights him with a belt is unifying. Manny Pacquiao had a belt at 147. Earl Spence was on strap season. He needed to fight Pacquiao to get the belt. There is no belt that Triple G has that Canelo hasn't had or even once. So it's not the same. So all of a sudden now, let's move forward. Every time a 40-year-old legend, champion, whoever gets a belt, he's untouchable. You cannot fight him. He gets to keep his belt until he retires. That's how we're going to do with the stupid-ass TBV chat logic. Y'all are fucking idiots. Y'all mad because nobody wants this fight, so you're desperately trying to convince people of otherwise. It's like a snitch. You did something, you get caught, so now you're trying to snitch on somebody else. But the problem is, homie, you got caught red-handed. You just think he stole something. We know Canelo robbing the bank. CYP out.
I mean, I get his logic, but at the end of the day, I do get the super chatters that will say no one would be mad if this was Charlo. And he's right. Like, no one would be mad if Charlo
But that's
got a
good for
shot.
Charlo, though, right?
Exactly.
It's not for Canelo. It's not what people want to see. People want to see Canelo fight next. That's why.
You're absolutely right. And you know, his logic about Gennady has no belt that Canelo needs, where Gennady does have belts that Charlo needs.
Yeah, and then, you know, with Wilder Fury, I know after the first one, I know that they both took 2 fights before the second one, but it was like the second and third was back to back, you know, and even still the first and second was about 14 months apart. So with this one, it's like, bro, this shit was like 4 years ago. You get what I'm saying? Like literally 4 years ago. So we was there, you know, you saw me cry. You know?
Yes. Yes.
I don't want to see the third time, no. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
So
and
you
honestly,
don't want to see this?
You know, I don't
mind seeing Canelo knock him out if he can knock him out.
I don't mind.
I don't know that he can knock him out.
I don't mind seeing it coming off of a loss.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that made it easy.
Going into the Bivol fight, I've been clear on record, like I wasn't happy with the fight. But yes, if we are talking about coming off this Bivol loss, I don't have an issue with it. Do I think he knocks him out? I don't even fucking know now after the Bivol fight.
For real.
And then, like, when have we ever really seen Golovkin hurt? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Never really.
You know,
little bit of a daze, maybe.
Even me, who I've been critical of his performances after the second Canelo fight, you know, yeah, he ain't look good, but it ain't like he out here hurt, you know, hanging on for dear life. So,
yeah, you make a good point, man. You make a good point. Looks like we got another super chat coming in.
Yes, $2 super chat from Texas Bulldog Boxing saying Charlo avenged his loss. Shrugging emoji.
What are we talking about? The Tony Harrison Charlo loss?
I mean, that's the only Charlo who's lost.
Why are we even talking about that? How'd that get in this subject? We missed somebody here. Steve Munoz. Yep, you got
$4.99 super chat. CYP Triple G just fought Murata for a unification, and you were bashing that. Keep the same energy.
Was he? I don't remember as well. Like, you know, these guys remember what CYP said. I don't remember every single caller's take on every single thing. I don't know that he was bashing that, but I never minded that fight. I always understood what Murata brought to the table, and didn't they pay Triple G like $12 million?
Yeah, he got paid out there.
Yeah, you can't walk away from that. Like, it don't matter what anybody said. That's paid. A check he could not walk away from. Like,
nah, I mean, and for me, like, let's be for real. Canelo was even considering that fight. Like, he's talked about Japan. Who are you gonna go fight in Japan if it's not Murata? Like, let's be for real.
We got another super chat.
Go for it.
New York Bullet $4.99 super chat. Danny makes sense. After a loss, the Canelo Triple G3 fight is easier to accept now.
It is. It's more palatable now. You're right. As soon as you said it, you're like, he's right. Off a loss, it just makes sense. It's like, this is your tune-up.
Yeah, no, I mean,
and it's a tough tune-up
because I know the fans are like, oh, Danny, you was shitting on this fight. Yeah, I was shitting on it going into the Bivol fight.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say shitting on it. I was just clear that I didn't really want to see it. But I understand that Canelo's at that point where it's like, I mean, he's still fighting a champion at the end of the day.
CYP is another counter punch.
Let's go.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Listen to me. For one, I'll never lie. That's one thing I don't do. And I think some of y'all hate the fact that I'm so fucking honest. I never bash Triple G versus Murata. If I want Charlo to fight Triple G, why wouldn't I want him to fight Triple G if Triple G has more belts? Why wouldn't I want Triple G to beat Murata and collect that belt if I want Charlo to fight Triple G? That doesn't even make sense. If you want to see your fighter be undisputed, which everybody knows, I want my fighters to be undisputed. Checkmate, because one of them already did. Why would I ever bash somebody else that he's supposed to fight collecting a belt? We're not going to do this, is a lie on CYP just to make CYP look like a liar. Get your receipts, get your shit ready, because I'm an honest man and I'm always going to call in being honest. Y'all can't beat me, so y'all lie on me. This shit is getting pathetic, but I'm here for it because I got the time. CYP out.
And we're happy you got the time, man. Get them riled up. Looks like we got Israel Gano Jr. It says, yes, I'm happy with the GGG versus Canelo rubber match.
TBV Van, make sure to get your super chats in.
I think I will be happier as it gets closer. Obviously,
have you heard that term before? Rubber match?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, am I tripping? Or isn't like a rubber match like when you're split? It's like I won one, you won one. The rubber match is like the.
Probably.
I thought rubber match was like, it doesn't matter what happens.
I think
in
it was
this
like, I thought it was just the second.
I don't know.
fight.
You could Google it, I'm sure. But think about it. Even if you're right and it's 1-1, it is 1-1. Many believe the first was a clear GGG win.
Let me tell you something, bro. I saw Marcos Villegas from Fight Hub, shout out to him, post on Twitter a old article, I guess, that was collected after Canelo Golovkin 2.
Mm-hmm.
So after Canelo Golovkin 2, they went through and I want to say it was 34 media members, gave their score of the fight. Only 2 picked Canelo, and then it was like maybe 3 draws
for the
for the second fight.
Wow.
And then everybody else was like Triple G.
Wow.
So it looks like, because Danny, you were saying it's like the one that decides. Yeah, so you were right.
It is a trilogy.
Because in boxing, that's what it's mostly referred to as deciding match of a multi-bout series between 2 boxers in which the 2 boxers have each won a bout against each other.
See? And that's why I said that many believe Canelo won that. I mean, Triple G won that first one, so they're I can see the term rubber match being used for this fight. But technically it is not. Canelo had a draw in that first fight, just like Wilder. Which is funny. People call in and they'll be like, yo, Canelo lost that fight. They robbed him. They robbed Triple G. He lost that fight clearly. But people, would say the same thing about Wilder. The difference, I think, with Wilder and Tyson Fury in that first fight is that Wilder got those knockdowns.
I was going to say, what's more important, outboxing somebody or the knockdowns? Because Wilder. He knocked him down twice.
It's really just the style of the fight, man. The styles make up the fight. Mm-hmm. So in one fight, the outboxing may be more valuable. In another fight, the power, the knockdowns, the aggression, it's really just the style of the fights. I just sat here and told you that majority of the ringside media that was at Canelo Triple G2 thought that Golovkin won the fight. So apparently it's not a rubber match. Apparently Canelo's 0-2 against Golovkin and trying to pick up his first victory.
What was the poll you just posted, Ness?
I have a poll that says Canelo versus GGG 3. Are you happy?
We got a $5 super chat. Daryl Alexander. The poll is interesting. It's 50-50. I hope there's a lot of Triple G fans here because Canelo fans should not be asking for that fight 100.
Again, I'm with Danny. If you're a Canelo fan, why do you not want this fight for Canelo off a loss? It's not a regular tune-up. This isn't Barrios and Thurman. You know what I'm saying? This isn't Rod Salka and Danny. I can't think of it. This ain't no tune-up, but it's a tune-up. You understand? Because we always thought he would win. So now, it's all right. You coming off this loss, but you don't have that same allure that you had because Bivol took some of that.
Did you ever think there would be a trilogy, like an immediate third fight?
No.
So you didn't think there was going to be a third
Canelo
fight?
Canelo was very strong on his stance that he wasn't fighting Triple G. I gave him 24 rounds, yada, yada, yada. Remember, before the lawsuit, the contract came out that just to get in the ring with Triple G, it was like $47.50, and I'm talking million. That was insane back then. Mm-hmm. They was giving him 35 per fight, but just for Triple G, they were trying to offer him $47.5 million. So, and he was turning that down. So I thought it wasn't going to happen. I think this is happening only because of what happened, the loss, you know what I mean?
Well, they were talking about it before, so.
There were, but again, if Canelo brings the zone Macaboo, do they care about Triple G?
Do they care about Triple G?
Yeah, you don't think Canelo moving a cruiserweight, had he not lost to Bivol, would have done the same million pay-per-views that he did 600 with Bivol. You telling me moving a cruiserweight, I ain't gonna do a fucking million? Come on, man. Nobody know Bivol. Who the fuck knows Bivol?
Right.
It's the Canelo era, man. But let me get a screen share. So these polls are, I don't know why it says a day ago. I feel like Brandon in Houston put these out a long time ago, but Super Chatter of the Month, so far, it got high and low. Sports Centrum, 16%. Erazestro, 9%. Jaime Nieto, 26%, while Tony Salgado is at 49%. Once these polls close, we will be sending out rewards to our winners. Counterpuncher of the Month, rightfully so, in the lead, 51% CYP, with already 2 counterpunches today. J-Mac at 17%, LV Slug at 12%, and Coach JT at 19%. Remember, these polls are still open, and you can go ahead and vote on these before they close. And, you will be awarding your peer, I guess, a place in TBV award history.
And it looks like we got CYP with another counterpunch, but I don't see him up there. So
in the meantime, I got the best Patreon question.
There you go.
For a guest. Go for it. Excuse me.
Yo,
I got a question. Y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right, the question for everybody and the chat. If Bivol was too big for Canelo, but Canelo's the 168 undisputed champion, and Triple G has never moved out of 160, wouldn't that mean that he's weight bullying Triple G since Bivol weight bullied him? I'm confused here because I don't see anybody worried about Triple G's lack of size or weight when he's fighting Canelo, who's just fought at 175 and undisputed at 168. Damn, he's a 160 fighter. I'm confused. Any concern by anybody who was worried about Bivol's ass whooping, concerned about Triple G's safety? That's my question. See where I feel out.
All right. I don't think there's any concern from the people about Triple G being knocked out or being weight bullied. I think those guys are pretty evenly matched. That's why those fights.
Plus, they fought before.
Mm-hmm. We got a couple of polls. Check us out on our community page. These are monthly polls. We're gonna be doing this monthly. So we got caller of the month. You can make your pick. And we also have the best Patreon guest question. Like today, we'll be having Cash Flow Diaz. Many of you seen him coming up on the HBO 24/7 series with Floyd Mayweather. Now he's signed a Top Rank professional fighter, and he'll be in studio at 7 a.m., and we'll talk to him. And then, we'll go to Patreon, and we'll ask him your question, and that's how you can be one of the best questions for our guests. So getting back to the show topics, we got to talk about Antonio Tarver. Let me pull that up. I'm assuming you guys haven't seen this, right?
I haven't.
Oh, wow. Cool. Let me see.
I do know on his Instagram he always does his Tarver's Takes. Is that what it's from? Yeah.
So
this wasn't necessarily maybe this is a Tarver take, but he didn't. I'll check the hashtags actually. But screen share.
This kid has done great for himself. Right. When you look at, he's only had 14 fights with 12 knockouts. But this is the social media era. And he's been great on social media. That's how he's building his name. And they've been at it for a long time.
Right.
But I tell you what, he got a video out that's gone viral. And I don't know nothing else, but I know that sound when I hear it. Mm-hmm. And this kid got that pop, bruh. And if he only have a puncher's chance, he's dangerous as long as he's on his feet. Because this kid could be hitting like a heavyweight.
Yep.
This kid could be hitting like a heavyweight. And that's his only chance to win this fight, I believe. Yep. Caution to the wind, make it a brawl, and you land your shot first.
Thoughts, gentlemen? Thoughts?
Well, Ness and Danny, you guys were both at the media workout for Rolando Romero. And, you guys got to see it firsthand, how hard he was punching. What do you think?
Man,
he said. What Tarver said is spot on. The way he's hitting the pads, it gets your attention. Like you're like, what the hell is going on? This kid's supposed to be 135. Then for me, look at I'm a dude that I fall in love with technique, and he's not traditionally technically sound. So I'm looking at it and I'm actually in awe because it's like, yo, Danny, look at the position in which he's throwing that left hook. Like, how is he getting that much fucking leverage, that much fucking torque and power with a left hand all the way down there?
The only thing I could say is it's a very, very wide left hook that he was throwing with that pop for that specific video. But he does have power though. He does have power, but Tank has a great uppercut, so we'll see.
Yeah, Tank to me is the more natural and skilled and gifted fighter. He does possess power, but the thing is, having power on pads is great. Having it in a fight is different. Mm-hmm. Having it in a fight is different and connecting it. Mm-hmm. Being able to connect it is going to be different, right? Because you have somebody that is...
Not if he throws caution to the wind, like Tarver's saying. Not if you go in there and you treat Tank like Gigit. I don't give a fuck how good you are. I'm going to shove you. I'm going to push you. Here's a forearm. Matter of fact, here's an elbow. Did you watch that Yiggit fight?
Yeah, I was there in Houston.
That was not a brawl. That was like bare knuckle fighting with gloves.
Yeah, and
that was crazy.
And just to remind everybody, Yiggit was like a last minute replacement, so he was heavier and whatnot. But even if he does that,
heavier than Rolando.
Right.
He came in at like 140, didn't he?
Correct. Even if he does that though.
And he still bodied him.
Even if he does that though, can he do that to Tank?
Well, Tank's smaller.
Yeah, size-wise, but
no,
he built like
career-wise too. He started at 122 or 126.
26, yes. What I'm saying is though, right now, if I look, I don't know, bro. If I look at Rolly and I look at Tank, Tank to me looks like this fuller guy. He looked like the stronger guy. You don't think so?
Man, Rolly looked pretty strong.
I don't know.
He was pretty in shape. He looked good.
Yeah, you tripping right now.
Yeah.
Tank looking thin in this fight.
Yeah, Rolly had like muscles and
hell
abs
yeah,
and everything.
bro. There's people doing videos of Rolly side by side. They like there's like insinuation that he's too big.
That Rolly's too big? Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, bro. There's side by sides of him on the internet, like, and there's a huge difference. This body, like, let's see if I can pull up last camp's body, and then you pull up the media workout. Let me go to Rolly. Let me see if I could do Rolly. Is it IE?
I don't know.
IE or Y?
I don't know. I'm blocked.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not blocked. It is IE.
Yeah.
S.
Okay.
Danny, why are you blocked?
I couldn't tell you.
You know why.
I mean, probably.
I would love to hear.
He knows exactly.
Yeah,
why.
I mean, it either got to do my relationship with Shakur or my relationship with Devin.
Yep.
You know, so.
So look, this is March. Get screen share. Pull up. I need you to pull up any pictures from the media workout. If not, actually, I could get my email. Maybe I'm sure the TMT sent me some specific pictures. I could check. This is March. That's not how he looked for the media workout.
Not
I was
at all.
there. Let me take that down, Austin. Let me find a media workout. You got anything, Danny?
I'm going to Showtime.
If you go to his page, you can't go to his page.
No, I that was his page, but he doesn't have anything. It's only video at the top. I need a picture, but I'm gonna.
So
find it.
I have a video. If you'd like to see that, Nestor.
Yeah, we could let them see a video while I pull up these pics.
All right. So can we screen share? Boom. So this is Rolly being interviewed, and obviously, yeah, I mean, he got the 6-pack. His arm. So his.
That's the day we was there. Look at that compare. All right, let me go back to this.
Yeah, he's looking solid.
Let me just try and find these. I know TMT sent some pictures, man. Javonta, here we go. What's this? Media workout? Nope.
So now let me see. Obviously, because the question at hand is, how does he size up against Tank? And one thing with Tank, he's like super private, bro. So it's like any workout shit you're probably getting from like the All Access or something like that,
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna pull that up to see if I could get something.
I mean, he looks big. He looks solid.
Who?
Rolly's.
No doubt, bro. But I'm saying like I was just up in Mount Charleston with Tank when he was in his last camp for Cruz. Bro, Tank is for sure. In shape big now. Like I know people talk about like him in the past missing weight. He's an in shape big now. Like Tank is solid. Tank is solid at 35. At 35, oh my goodness.
You gotta check. Who the fuck was the photographer?
Oh, you can go to Malik's page. Go to Malik's.
It's not on there.
No, they didn't even send an email with how they usually send an email with the media pictures and they didn't even send that.
Okay.
They just only sent.
Go to Malik's page.
Oh yeah, that's a good picture.
There you go.
Well, we gotta wait for Austin.
It's all good, Austin. All good, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to Austin.
Teamwork makes dream work.
Yes, sir.
Where is it? Oh, it's in this dump?
Over,
is in the dump?
Yeah. So swipe over. This one right here. So it's the second.
Oh, shit.
Shout out to Malik, our great photographer. that was there for the media workout. Boom.
I mean, come on, bro.
Look at that.
Look at this.
That's what I aspire
He
to
got
look
the
like.
karate stance.
Look at those muscles compared to March picture.
Yeah.
People are definitely, they like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, maybe I wasn't that close when I
Bruh, he jack right there.
Yeah, he was looking solid for his media workout. And I think that's what Tarver was talking about, was when he was for the mitts.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find some of those mitts because they were loud. Let me see if he has it on his.
You could go on the Fight Stars page or you could go on his
Oh,
page.
you got it?
Yeah, it's up there on the Fight Stars page.
I'm looking all access trying to get this Tank footage.
It'll be right down there.
See it. Listen to this. And look at, and I want y'all to look at how he throws this left hook. It's not traditional. Look at that. Woo! That third one to the body, it's a rib buster. And it's gonna take some time to deal with this awkwardness. You know what I mean? It's gonna take some time to deal with that awkwardness and figure out how to come in on them. I just hope that Rolly in them first 3 rounds is like all over Tank, all over him. You know, that's the only way that's gonna.
That's how
work.
Pitbull Cruz was.
I don't even think he was on him the way you need to be on. Like, Rolly got to be like he was on Yigit. Like, on him, wrestling him.
$10 super chat from Sir Saya. I definitely think Rolly has a better chance to win the fight against Tank by making it a rough fight, making it a physical fight, and mauling him, just like what you were just saying.
Yep. That's what you got to do, man. You can't let Tank be cute and then like Pitbull Cruz. People think
Did you get to his Sir Sia's $20 super
No,
chat
we got
before
it has to do with Canelo. I was going to bring it back, but you want to read it?
Yeah, let me read that. Sir Sia had sent a $20 super chat before. He sent the $10 one. He said, lose for Canelo. If he knocks out Triple G, it was expected. If he has a back and forth brawl, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. If he gets no benefit from this fight aside from money and a confidence boost, maybe. More acceptable fight was at 160, maybe. Yeah.
So, I think we missed a few here from Daryl Alexander. You got to that one, right? He said the poll is interesting. It's 50-50. The next one was another $5, and he said because it was not Fury, fans asking for the Wilder trilogy, it was Wilder fans. Triple G never beat Canelo on the books, but I hear you. So basically he's saying Wilder fans were the only, but that's what I'm saying. There was still people asking for it. Whether it was Wilder fans only, that's how many it was. It wouldn't go away.
Right.
Is this another counterpunch from CYP or we got to that?
We got
to that.
All right, so we got Rome 33. Rome 33 that says, wasn't this fight signed with the Zone pre-Bivol fight? That was the rumor.
Well, I mean, that's what Eddie Hearn and, that was what was reported, so.
Yeah, I just don't know that I believe this fight would have happened had he won. Had he won, you talking about a dude that was super cocky a fight ago. I was born ready. Just listen to our intro with all the shit that he says. I don't know that he was going to look back and give Triple G a handout. It's a handout.
It is.
If I beat Bivol, I'm undisputed at 68. I'm 2-time 75 champ. I haven't lost since Floyd. Why the fuck am I turning around to this old man? I'm only turning around now because I lost. Believe me, I don't believe he would have fought him, bro. I don't think this would have happened.
You think
had he not lost?
You think Canelo going up in weight for this specific fight with Bivol wasn't him testing himself to see if he can go against Benavidez? Because there's nothing for him to lose. There wasn't like a test at all.
Nah. I don't think you moving up the Bivol to fight Bivol to test yourself against Benavidez because it's 2 different styles, totally different styles.
We got another super chat. Q from Newark. He bigger than Tank, but skills pay the bills.
Absolutely right. But physicality That has a lot to do with things, man.
Yeah, you can bully somebody.
You can bully somebody in there
100%.
and make them uncomfortable.
100%.
Especially that type of bullying, it's borderline cheating.
Has Tank fought anybody with Rolly's size or that type of power?
Negative. This is the biggest
Barrios?
puncher.
Barrios, you don't think was a
Barrios started at 122. He can never be Rolly. Not to me. He'll never be Rolly. Yes,
so this is something.
Yes,
new for
you
Tank.
could grow into whatever way, and I get you, but you ain't Rolly. Rolly started at 35. I mean, this kid started at 22. Barrios legit started at 22. Check him out. It's crazy. I don't know. But those are our 3 subjects. We pretty much opened them up.
Barrios did start
at 22.
At 22.
Mm-hmm.
But Barrios turned pro, at the same age that Rolly started boxing.
Okay. Canelo turned pro, before I got out of high school. It don't matter.
Right,
Everybody got their path.
No, it does matter in the sense that he was still growing into his body. So it's like he had to move up in weight. Canelo's not at 40.
I mean, go back and check how old was Miguel Vasquez when he fought Canelo, and he stood in that weight about 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, look at Golovkin. He has stayed in that weight.
All right, so don't tell me about Barrios.
Yeah, no,
you can
it's
do what you got to
different,
do. Ponce de Leon also stood in his weight for a long time.
Oh, but what I'm saying
too.
is,
You just said
Barrios was 18. He was still growing into his body.
No,
so
I get it.
If Devin moves up in weight, it's his fault because he didn't do what he had to do to stay at 35.
I get what you're saying. You're saying he was a growing boy?
Of course.
But he was still weak.
In what sense?
He grew out of 22, never got a world title. Grew out of 26, never got a world title. Grew out of 30, never got a world title. Grew out of 35, never got a world title. Fought Tank at 40 and did what? Get knocked out?
Yeah.
Stop it, bro. Like y'all make me shit on my own. Like I've been following Barrios since before he got with Al. I know his career.
Okay.
That's why I could tell you he started at 22.
So,
like, you can't tell me he's a big guy.
So
Rolly's a big guy.
Okay.
Rolly's a big guy. This guy just became big. He grew into his body or his age, whatever you want to call it. Like he didn't start off big. He started off at 22.
Yeah, there was no argument there. I'm just saying that by the time Rolly turned pro, he was done growing. He was grown into his body. Barrios wasn't.
But at the end of the day, aren't we comparing fight night power? So on fight night, who got more power, Rolly or Barrios?
On fight night, yeah, Rolly.
All right, so then what are we arguing about?
Yeah.
You trying to say that like he been there because he fought Barrios. I'm trying to tell you, no, Barrios was a little blown up dude.
I mean, you were saying that was the biggest guy he fought. I don't think that's the biggest guy he's fought.
No, I'm saying Rolly's the biggest guy.
And that's what I'm saying.
But we just went through it. I just proved that he is because I just proved to you that Barrios started smaller.
Started smaller.
And never had the power.
Bro,
but he
like
never had the power. Where's his knockouts? Rolly's knocking people out. He only ain't knocked out, what, 4 out of 12? I mean, 4 out of 16?
Yeah, but you talking about being able to manhandle them and dictate their pace and be able to push them around the ring.
I don't know. I'm just going off Barrios' style. He's more Andre Ward, Virgil Hunter than he is Rolly, who's MMA. Rolly on your ass. Like, I don't know. I just think Barrios, even if he was stronger than Rolly, like you want to have us believe, he ain't physical with his strength. He ain't using that shit. He doing this and, boxing. Like, he copying Ward. He not Rolly in there. Man, let me get a highlight of Rolly versus Yigit. Can you find that, Madison?
Yeah, I got
Rolly
you.
versus Yigit highlight. He might have it on his own page and shit, because that was a big fight for him. But we're going to open up these phone lines. And by big fight, I mean,
We coming to the top of the hour right now. Everybody's going crazy in the comments. Make sure to leave a super chat so your voice can get heard on the show.
Let me get a quick
We also have our guest coming in at 7 o'clock in about 7 minutes.
Coming up.
What you showing us?
I'm just showing you how big Tank is.
Yeah, you're going to get us flags showing they hold 24/7 out here.
Look at them.
He looked thin to me.
Man.
He looked thin to me.
Look at them arms.
He looked in shape. To me, he looks in shape.
Yeah, he looks in shape.
He's a big in
Like
shape.
he didn't have to struggle to make weight because he was in camp for a while, just like Benavidez. That's what I see there. I don't see muscle and bulk the way we see it on Rolly. Rolly put on muscle.
We got a super chat.
In my opinion, I could be wrong. We're using, visuals only. Go for it.
Sir Saya, $5 super chat. It's a big mistake on Rolly's behalf if he decides to box Tank.
Oh, hell yeah. Of course. Shout out to Sir Saya, number 3 on the super chats. But he's absolutely right. You can't box Tank. Not Rolly anyway. He's not skilled enough. Jackson Marinez was a tight fight. You know what I mean? You don't want to box. You want to brawl. You want to bang. You want to make it rough and tough and ugly. You don't want to fucking box and be pretty and cute. No, leave that to Tank and you get on him. Because that's what I was saying about the Cruz fight. My man had one hand. Cruz wasn't really on him. You know what I'm saying? He was trying, but he wasn't really on him. He had one hand and he still couldn't get him. And that's because he was trying to be traditional too. He's trying to throw combinations to get Tank. And he's dipping shit, countering. You got to get ugly. That Rolly got to go in there and shove him on the ropes. Then jump on him. Get him off balance. Put a fucking forearm on his throat like Floyd or Tyson Fury did to Steve Cunningham. You got to get dirty. Tyson did it to a few people, You
doing a fight show this Saturday for the fight? There we go.
Yeah.
Make sure to tune in.
Every week, man. Every week. Unfortunately, Danny will be leaving to New York City. He'll be at the fight live, bringing us the best coverage possible. You leave Friday, right? Excuse me, Thursday night.
Thursday night.
So after the flagship?
After the
So you're
flagship.
bringing your suitcase straight to the studio, or are you going to be able to go home?
No, I'm going from here straight to the airport.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you had a red eye.
Yeah, but it's like at 10 o'clock.
Wow, you going to get there 3 hours early?
Oh, damn, I guess.
If you're in Brooklyn and you're going to the fight, make sure to see Danny and say what's up.
Yeah, make sure to hit me up, bro. I had a listener hit me up. He's like, yo, you need me to pick you up from the airport, bro? Send me your itinerary.
That's love. Make sure to
Tell him
say
pick
what's
you
up.
Yo, I'm sick as hell. I got you sick?
Nah, I think I just ain't smoked that much this morning, so I don't feel that good, I fuck with y'all. Yeah, bro.
I'm feeling all fucking stuffed up still, man.
You taking care of yourself? You all right?
Yeah, I'm getting over it finally, but shit sucks.
How's the meal preps going, fellas?
It's going good.
Did you guys stick to it?
I did last night. I fucking
no
finally.
Kit Kats?
No, I had a Kit Kat. I had a Kit Kat for sure.
Nah, I had one of the snacks provided to me from Foodie Fits.
Cool.
I had the mint chocolate brownie bar.
Really?
Yeah.
How was the mint? I traded in the mint.
And the only reason I had that, because I typically don't even have nothing too late, was because I threw up in the gym. So I had threw up my breakfast and my lunch. We was getting that work in.
We trained yesterday.
Yeah.
I seen him. He sent me his location.
No, I sent it because you start sharing your location with me. So I was like,
oh, I must have hit it by accident. I'm like, yo, he trying to put it on me. Like, yo, I'm at the gym. Look where I'm at. That's how I took it when you sent the location.
No, when you sent it and it was like, do you want to share yours? I'm like, maybe he need the location, and I'm like, all right. So I just did it. I'm like, now he gonna know my every move.
Nah, I seen that it said, what's the name of the street? Badura. And I'm like, oh, they at the gym?
Yeah,
he was getting it in. It was fun. We won a couple rounds, all that stuff.
I don't even want to work out there yet because it's like no one there.
No, we got a trainer and everything.
We got a trainer and everything.
I told you that. Paulie's there.
Yeah.
Not Paulie who?
Paulie. He's a trainer from LA. He's a trainer.
He's legit there?
Yeah, he's there.
He's the one.
You got to talk into the mic.
He's the one who's helping me build the ring out.
Okay.
And getting the gym all set up. We cleaned.
He did pads with us yesterday.
He did pads. Yeah.
He ain't do pads with you.
Yeah,
he did.
Oh, wow.
We're doing drills.
So the bags are up.
The bags are up.
The double M bag
is
too?
up.
Not the double M bag. We still need the base for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speed bag is up. The water bag is
speed
up.
bag.
Heavy
Did they
bag
put
is
more
up.
water in the aqua bag?
No, that's coming up this weekend.
Yeah, it needs more water.
Damn.
But the ring is up and it's clean. We're getting a new mat. Everything. It's gonna be beautiful.
Damn, you got to call Cord, man.
We got a couple super chats. Let's get them in.
Sure.
We got Jimmy Buckets. Romero's lack of skill will get him countered easy.
I think so. I
was about to say,
Tank,
Louis, should we get your brother Andres in there? Andres just got a fight. Remember, it's so funny. Andres Cortez is also
with Foodie Fit.
That's true. We got one more. We got Bougie from Broward 954. Was this a duck move on Nello for not taking Bivol rematch? We know Nello in that position to move. However, that Triple G fight could have got postponed, right?
Yeah, I mean it could have. But is it a duck when he was like? It's not like it. The Bivol fight was a fight that had to happen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not Wilder Fury.
But you
like,
see, doesn't that make you respect Wilder more? That he's
Of
like, bro,
course.
I want it again. And then he's like, no, again. Whereas Canelo's like, Bivol, you got that. I'm out. I'm about to go see Triple G.
You know, he might want to.
He said he's coming back, though.
Yeah.
To be clear, Canelo did say he's going to fight Bivol in May. I hope y'all know that and understand that. So, don't waste your money saying he's ducking. They're definitely fighting in May. Now, I don't know that that's a good thing for him. I don't know how they're going to. I guess it's always good. You get home, you get to go back home and come up with a game plan. Reynoso will look like a master if he can get it done. But can they? Bivol obviously will be more confident and have, his own ways to kind of capitalize from that first fight and the familiarity of that first fight. But did you guys get to Jimmy Buckets?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
And then we got.
You sure? I didn't hear nobody say that.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We got the Earthquake member for 13 months at the contender level.
Let's go.
Canelo's resume full of elites, and his last fight was to unify in his 4th division. Hating this early in the morning isn't good for one's health. Salute. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a unification at light heavy. Obviously, he would have had won multiple titles had he beat Bivol. Q from Newark with a $5 super chat saying, Tank is sneaky. In them dirty clinches, expect a sneaky uppercut KO. Rolly Chin is exposed too, so even a short lead hook.
We got Tony Salgado, $5 super chat. Hope Rolly comes out like Castaño. One of these fellas gonna hit the floor. You think it's gonna be a knockout?
Oh, to me, it's no question.
No question?
Yeah. It's going to be a knockout for sure.
I mean, Tank went the distance with fucking Pitbull.
Yeah, but he also had
one hand?
Yeah, he had
All right, well, he went 12 rounds with Gamboa. Got the knockout in the 12, but went 12 with Gamboa with a busted Achilles.
Yeah, I mean.
And he's smaller moving up.
A veteran.
Smaller moving up.
A veteran.
2-time Olympian too, right?
2-time Olympian.
Gold.
Former world champion. So,
did we get to Q from North? He says Tank sneaky in them dirty clinches.
I just read that, champ. Yep.
My bad.
You all good.
Shout out to everybody.
Q from Newark. I will be landing in Newark.
Super chats. There we go.
In 48 hours.
Nice.
48. Well, less than that because
wait,
10 a.m.
Q from Newark gonna land in Newark?
No, I'm saying Q from Newark.
Oh, you telling Q? You telling
yeah.
Q? You telling Q?
You're gonna hit the halal spot, huh? When you get to New York.
Yeah, man. That
stuff's so good.
I always like to give me a halal plate from them.
They don't have that out here?
I mean, they got like the halal guys, but those carts out there in New York.
Cart, okay, that's different.
This just hits different.
But
right
the fights in Brooklyn, this is my first fight at Barclays. I've been to Brooklyn.
First fight at Barclays? What you mean, this year?
No, I've never covered a fight at Barclays.
Really?
Never. So that's why I'm excited. First of all, it's the first fight since the pandemic.
How have you never covered a fight? I guess, yeah, you did lose 2 years with the pandemic.
I mean, well, not just that. There has been no fight since the pandemic, but I had only been covering boxing for a year and a half, when I left Afghanistan. So
damn.
And then the
That's crazy.
pandemic happened and shit, so yeah.
Bruh, so you didn't come to fucking... Yo, you a fake fan. You ain't go to Thurman Garcia at the Barclay?
Nah, I wasn't even covering boxing there. I wasn't even...
That shit was fire.
I had never traveled for a fight, before I started covering it. I had only went to
I hear you. Wow.
To fight Team Vegas.
And I get that. I was, I had been to very few before I started.
Let me tell you, that's
true.
That's one of my... that right there is probably one of my favorite fights ever. Like, that's a fight that I'll die and never forget, though. It's Thurman Garcia.
You got your fight fit ready?
Madison, could you go get, check in Floyd Diaz? He's
got
here.
it.
So we got our first guest just walking into the building.
I'm gonna go do some shopping today, bro, because it's gonna be raining all weekend in New York apparently. So I've been keeping a close eye on the weather. We got New York Bullet with a $2 super chat that says, I seen Wilder Ortiz won in Barclays. You'll like it, RW. What you think RW mean? I seen Wilder Ortiz won in Barclays. You'll like it, RW. Yeah.
I seen Wilder
Ortiz won in Barclays. You'll like it, RW, and then he just put capital R, capital W together.
Capital R, capital W.
Oh, ring walk. You'll like it, ring walk. Oh, appreciate it, New York Bullet.
Yo, he got us racking our brain trying to decipher.
I'm like, is he trying to say like real word? Like, is that some New York shit? Like, yeah, real word.
Real world, New York. Wasn't that his TV show? Real world.
Yeah,
right?
the real world. Yeah, they had, they've been all over the country.
Yeah, it was like New York, Austin, all that shit.
Yeah, they did one here in Vegas, some old shit, But yeah, bro, no, I'm excited. So I'm trying to do, I ain't trying to do shit in Manhattan. Like my friends like, oh, let's go to this bar. And I'm like, I'm trying to stay in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Why? So you don't have to catch a train?
No. I just to be able to explore the borough more. I've only seen as much as Dumbo. So I know that ain't real Brooklyn.
There's a gym down there now.
And what?
On Dumbo.
Bro, it's crazy. Everybody in the chat knew it was ring walk except me. New York Bullet said ring walk. Dr. Mafone go ring walk, ring walk, ring walk. Ring walk doofus. Yeah, so damn, I guess I'm just the slow one. I ain't know. But yes,
it's all good.
What gym?
You live and you learn.
What gym is in Dumbo?
What is that?
It must be like some nice shit. Cause Dumbo's
what
where
is
money
the name of that? It moved. It was down the street and now it's right there, like where everyone takes the picture.
Yeah, I've been there, took the picture.
Yeah. It's right. Oh my God, what is the name of it? It's definitely not Gleason's.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up now because I know this is gonna piss you off.
Yeah. They have a lot of media workouts there and stuff like that. It's not Mendez either. Mendez is the one in the basement. It like I said, they've moved, so it's probably a old name, new location. What it got?
It is Gleason's.
Oh, okay.
It is Gleason's.
So they moved.
They're in Dumbo. Never been to Gleason's.
Really?
Honestly, I've never been to a gym in New York. Never been to a gym in New York.
But didn't you go to New York a lot? I'm like shocked right now because you've been in my house too. Like, yeah, and bro. I remember him coming to my house and being like, "Yo, I'm going to New York." And I'm like, bro, why? And he's like, nah, I want to just. And I'm like, all right.
I've been to the state like 4 times, never been to the city.
Yo, look, the state's pretty big, so depending where.
Right, I've always gone upstate because that's where my mom's from.
So, that may be a bit harder to access, but like for me, I was 21 my first time in New York City, or I was in Jersey with Nez, but I'm like, it's a train ride away to New York City. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm there. So yeah, I went and explored. I went to Dumbo, hopped on a water taxi, took the picture down on Water Street. Ain't it Water in Front Street?
Yep.
Yeah, I took the picture there. Danny Garcia shirt on. Actually, a really nice picture.
Yeah, no, that's where a lot of big media workouts happen. Tank had a media workout. Yeah, let's do it. I'm actually.
But let's bring in our first guest of the day. Floyd Cashflow Diaz 4-0. Ness, did you get the video?
I did. I wonder. You think we we straight with this?
Yeah, I think we straight. It ain't too long. But where's Pops at? He ain't come in.
Nah, he not a camera guy, man. He not a camera guy,
Okay.
Watching out for sure.
Okay. Well, first of all,
what's up, man?
Appreciate you coming in early, bro.
Right.
Thank you, brother.
That's right.
Boom. How are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man.
Whoa, what is the brand of that? Yo, I'm so like, I'm not even gonna tell you what that looks like. Has someone ever said like, yo, that reminds me of something? No?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bro,
100%.
What do they say it reminds you of?
A porn site.
I know.
That's what it is, bro.
It's a porn site.
It is?
Yeah.
It is.
That's a porn site.
But I thought it was like Bang Bros, but it's not.
Bang Bros is another one.
Yeah, it's a different thing. Brad,
so wait, you're sponsored by a porn site?
I'm sponsored
what
by
a way to start that fucking
Yo,
interview.
Madison, why the fuck don't we have a porn sponsor, bro?
Bro, that's insane. Because automatically, I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like I've seen this, but I don't want to disrespect this guy and say he's wearing some porn site stuff.
Right.
So how'd that happen? This is interesting.
Well, my dad, he has a friend, and I know him a long time. Shout out to my man X. He works with them. He helps with audio stuff like that. You know what I mean? He does it all, a little bit of everything, and he's been working with them for a minute. And so I got a chance to meet the director. He's like one of the big directors in Vegas. So if there's ever a point in Vegas, he's doing it. And yeah, we just linked up, and then we started talking to the Brazos people. They actually started following me, like right before my last fight, like the day of the weigh-ins. Actually, they started following me. They started sending me more and more stuff. So,
That's official, man. I think you might be the first boxer sponsored by a porn site.
Yeah, no, everybody, all the boxers always come up to me, how you get that sponsor? How you get that? It's just, they were cool,
That's what's up. So Danny wanted us to show this very old montage of you. Austin, you ready?
This is Cash Flow. 6-year-old prodigy Floyd Diaz. Not a Mayweather by blood, even if the style is familiar.
Watch young Cash Flow at work, baby. My protege. I love the kids. The young kids.
Can you hear it?
Are the future. Yeah. And not just the future of boxing. You just don't never know what the young generation that's in my boxing gym can grow up and be. And whatever it is, hopefully it's something that's positive.
Young Cash Flow at your ass. Young Cash Flow at
Young Cash Flow
your ass.
at your ass.
How many times have you seen this, or have people tried to show you this? Because you wasn't even smiling. How old
I've
were
seen
you?
this. What was I? I think I was 6.5.
Yeah.
6 and a, just turned 6. Just turned 6. So I've seen it quite a few times. I know the whole little script and all that.
Yeah. So it just doesn't hit as it does for us. Because for me, that was the first time I was ever introduced to you. And I
24/7, that is.
Yes,
24/7, yeah.
Yes, and I had no clue that you would really end up being a professional fighter. It's a very long journey from where you were at on television to where you're at right now.
On television.
So you never know, are they going to stick with it? Things can happen along the way. So tell us what did and didn't happen, because you were able to stick with it.
I had so much love for the sport. It was never fake. It was never, a front. I always loved boxing ever since, before I started. I used to always be around it. I mean, I was named after Floyd. You know what I mean? So my dad definitely knows his boxing, and I just always been around it. And then when it came time, my dad asked me what I wanted to do, and I told him I wanted to box. And then that's when the whole Mayweather story popped up. And, I became Cash Flow. I realized I had a God-gifted talent for it, and, I just kept forward with it. Didn't want to waste it.
So are you born and raised here in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I am. But I did, however, live in New York for a little bit. Lived in the Bronx.
Really?
Yeah.
How old were you when you were living in the Bronx?
It was my freshman year, so like 14?
Yeah. Old enough to box. Were you boxing out there?
Yeah, of course. I was actually, when y'all were talking about the Gleasons, I fought the Metros there, the New York Metro. That's like the tournament in New York, all the boroughs and stuff. So, yeah, I was for sure.
So what weight class were you back then?
106, I believe.
So you knew, I guess, everybody from New York, like Chris Colbert, Shoo Shoo.
Yeah, I known them for a minute, because of the Floyd's gym. But I just known them for a long time.
Oh, you didn't know? So you didn't?
Well, actually, no, I didn't know Shoo Shoo before that though. I didn't know Shoo Shoo. I think I seen Chris Colbert before that, but I didn't know Shoo Shoo until I went to the Cops and Kids. I used to train over there.
Yeah, with Orleano Sosa.
Right.
So did you meet as well Richardson Hitchens, who's also with him? Okay.
Yeah, I met him too. Oh, yeah. My first sparring partner, I think, over there was him, Richardson Hitchens' brother.
So what's your nationality?
Well, I'm half Peruvian and half Mexican.
Okay, Peruvian. Yeah. All right. It's so funny.
Yo. So
you might be able to tell us where we could find a good Peruvian spot, because I was telling them I'm originally from the New Jersey, which is like the tri-state area, so it's more variety in food.
Right.
Coming out here, this is new for me, but people say you can find anything in Vegas, and I've legit been finding it. He's been here 7 years. He wasn't really finding Latino restaurants.
But to be fair, I also told him I
wasn't looking for it.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for it. Right. It's like I found my few spots that I fucked with, and I stuck with it. But
so I found Peru chicken. I hope you guys can give me a better spot, but I do love that spot. The one dish that you guys make that I am in love with is
the green spaghetti.
No, lomo saltado.
Oh, okay.
With
the French fries.
Lomo. Oh my God, man!
Bro,
you guys killed it with that.
I had it for the first time, like probably 2-3 weeks ago.
Yes.
Like first time ever having Peruvian food. Ever. But we don't have no Peruvians no Peruvians in Chicago. I'm from Chicago, right? So it's not something. Peru's already a small country, so it's not something that in Chicago was like Mexicans and Puerto Ricans on the Hispanic side. So it was my first time having it, and I loved it. And I think we've been back at least once or twice since.
Absolutely, I've been back without you.
Have you tried Tajín Verde? Tajín Verde.
Tajín Verde.
It's basically green spaghetti. Like usually it comes with a steak. My grandma, she makes it with breaded steak.
Okay.
I don't know if that's maybe because she's from Peru.
Yeah.
So that has to be the real deal.
Right.
But usually it's just
regular
steak on top of basically green spaghetti. You got to try that. That one I think you'll love more.
Nice. So do you have a specific Peruvian restaurant out
Actually,
here?
it's the same. It's the same
one.
Oh,
the same one.
But this. Yeah, they got 3 locations, so I bounce everywhere. I know those.
I'm in Summerlin, bro. It takes me 25 minutes to get there. I be mad as hell, but happy when I get there.
Yeah, it's a journey. I know when we going, I'm like, sit back, relax.
Yeah.
I take my shoes off. We gonna be sitting at red lights for a minute.
Yep, because you got to get off the highway, and then there's a bunch of traffic. But that's funny, man. I did not know you were half Peruvian.
Yeah.
So who's Mexican in your family?
My mother is Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah, my father is the one that's Peruvian.
All right. That's what's up. So how old were you when you understood that your father named you after Floyd Mayweather?
I think since I started boxing, to be honest, and
how old was that? Obviously, we got introduced at 6. You had to been doing it before then.
I was doing it before then. Yeah, basically 3, 2. I was just messing with it. I used to always watch it, like all the time. Floyd be fighting, somebody be fighting. I'd be watching it. I'd be in the couch watching it. And it's probably since around that age. 4.5 is when I really kind of started messing with it more and more.
So you're saying at 4, Roger told him to come back.
Back when you're older.
because I was too young. There was no, at the time, there was no kids in that gym. It was just nothing but pros. They didn't even have the other side of that wall knocked down. They only had one ring. And then I came back, and he's like, okay, we try it out. And then he fell in love with me.
We have Floyd Cashflow Diaz in the building. Make sure to get your questions in if you have any.
Yep. We have Rachel and Nonito Donaire that says shout out from Japan. So they're tuned in. They're watching this.
Okay.
Shout out from Japan.
Yeah, shout out to Nonito. Good luck, champ.
Good luck, champ.
We can't wait.
Get it done, baby.
Yes, sir. Bring those back. I'm going to say bring them home, even though he's Filipino. But, bring them back to Vegas, baby. Yes, indeed. Bring them back to Vegas. But I'm curious, bro. So at that point, you go back, right before you turn 6, and in that video, you had just turned 6. Do you understand at that point who Floyd Mayweather is? Like, do you understand how big he is?
Yeah. And honestly, I didn't get a huge grasp of it yet because I'm still a kid, But I did know he was the guy. You know what I mean? That much I did know, and I used to watch his fights. I don't know how long ago. I don't know from what fight, but I did know that much that he was that guy. And then as I kept watching him spar, train, fight, win, and then I started understanding more and more.
The reason I'm asking because I've been around Floyd a little bit now, and it's like I'm not gonna bullshit you. The first time I was nervous, truth be told,
right,
and I'm just talking to him. So you're doing paddle work right in front of him. Cameras are on, like. I'm wondering as a kid, if you don't understand truly who he is, could you even be nervous? You get what I'm saying? Like I wonder that because if I didn't know that was Floyd, I wouldn't have been nervous.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean, that makes sense because how can you be nervous of a guy you don't even know?
Right, exactly.
That guy?
So you being a child, that's why I'm asking because you were so young. I'm like, you probably didn't even understand truly how big he was or he is.
I don't know. It's just like when cameras on me, I just
do your thing.
I just do my thing. It's a different person. I'm definitely I'm focused and locked in. So like when it was time to hit the mitts in front of him, it was nothing different.
Do you think? Well, because of 24/7 and obviously seeing you in that gym as throughout your years, I've been following you for quite some time, and now I'm like, oh yeah, he's for sure gonna be an Olympian. For sure gonna be an Olympian.
Right.
Before the pandemic, you said that I might just go pro. What was that conversation like with your father, and what got you guys to that point of saying, you know what, let's move past the Olympics, let's and just go to being pro?
Well, actually, the one of the main guys at the USA
boxing?
boxing committee, he wanted me to actually stay, because it was I think it was 2 more years. Something like that, before COVID, and I just would have had to wait so many years, and I thought about it like this: you could still fight in the Olympics as a professional.
Yeah, now Keyshawn did it.
Yeah, he Keyshawn, Troy, Duke, and there's a lot of other, not to name all the other foreign fighters.
Right, there's foreign fighters that had like 15 fights.
I mean, the Olympic gold medalist for the heavyweight division. He was already 6-0 as a pro when he knocked out Richard Torres.
Yeah.
The one that's with Lou DiBella, Bakalov or something like that.
He knocked him out. I want to say like in the World
Uzbekistan?
Championships. He didn't knock him out in the Olympics.
Oh yeah, no, he did knock him out in the World Champ. Yeah,
it was the World Championships like a year.
But he fought the dude again, I think. That same dude.
It was a gold medal match in the Olympics.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Richard lost, but he got the silver. He didn't get knocked out, but yeah, it was the World Championships.
That dude was like 7 foot too.
Yeah, he's huge. Man, I remember watching that gold medal fight, and obviously I had seen him already get knocked out.
Right.
Richard, that is. And I remember watching that gold medal fight, and the whole time, I just wanted everybody to succeed, right?
Right.
And I'm like, please just make it to the end of the fight. And Richard held his own. And obviously he learned from that first fight. So yeah, man. So they wanted you to stay. So would you have made the cutoff for the 2020 or no?
No, and that's another thing too.
Yeah, hell no.
They would have wanted me to stay
till 24.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's not 24 yet, and look, I'm already doing what I have to do in my pro career.
Yeah, 4-0 already. You got a fight lined up
July 15th.
July 15th.
We don't know where that's gonna be at yet, but I'm thinking it's Cali, so we'll see though.
Okay, well, regardless, we know it's gonna be Top Rank. We know it's gonna be ESPN/ESPN Plus. So be on the lookout for that because
did they give you an opponent?
Yeah, they gave me some guy. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot his name. But I've been steadily watching, just doing what I got to do.
So are you one that watches film, or is that not your thing? Are you too young in your career to even care about film, or is that more of your dad's thing?
That's more of the coach's thing. My father. He's the one that him and my team. They watch. They see what I have to do. I already fought plenty of people. Had 210 amateur fights. You know what I mean? It's not a style I pretty much haven't seen yet. And if there is, I know how to adjust. So it's just I don't really watch film. I don't know. I feel like you're like over, like, I don't know, like you're over focusing on it. You know what I mean? And that will cause mistakes. You know what I mean? So I kind of just do it as I go. My dad will let me know if anything.
What was your amateur record? You said
I had 210 fights, 195 and 15. Yeah, 195, 15.
That's impressive.
195
5 wins and only 15.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I would always go to, like, say I go to Arizona, I'm fighting this kid at his gym. You know how that goes.
Right.
Doesn't,
No, but I mean, regardless, 195 and 15 is a respectable,
super
respectable amateur record. So I was just curious on the process of turning pro, because obviously we learned of you.
Oh, you're still in my question.
We learned of you.
I've been waiting for an opportunity to say.
We learned of you because of Floyd.
Right.
You were named after Floyd, but you
signed with Top Rank.
Signed with Jay Prince and Top Rank.
Right.
Why Top Rank over Floyd?
Well, Floyd told me, you gotta do what's best for you, what's best for you and your family, and Top Rank and Jay Prince was the best move, they treat me well, and I know moving forward, I'm only gonna get better, and they're gonna keep moving me up better, so I have no problem with, what I did,
Yeah, Jay Prince right now, a lot of talent,
Right.
and it has continued to show through your young pro career because we've seen you get some work with the likes of Shakur Stevenson,
Right.
Gervonta Davis, right? You guys got some work
No,
in as well?
I didn't get to work. My my buddies did.
Okay.
The twins, they did.
Okay, but still, nonetheless, right now, I mean, Jay Prince is hot, right? Jay Prince is hot.
Right.
He got you, Shakur, Jared Anderson. I feel like a lot
Yeah,
of
he got Troy, he got Duke.
Dude, you know, there's a lot of talent over there. What have you liked so far? Not just being with Jay Prince, but being around all those talented guys, and you know, all being under the same manager.
I mean, it's great. You know what I mean? Because you know, I was watching the how do you say it? The best of you know of the era, which was Floyd at the time, you know, and now I'm watching you know all these guys, these younger guys coming up, so I could relate to more, and you know Shakur, I'm able to watch Crawford here and there, you know,
Right.
you know I get to watch all these top dog fighters, and man, it just helps me even more, you know, and me getting a chance to work with them, and the times I do, you know, it just gets me better, you know. I know no kid really gets to you know. Is to be around, at least be in the same gym as them, let alone, you know, spar them and work with them or work out with them. Yeah, everybody's already grown, so you know, I get to learn from you know whatever.
Oh wow, you're
mistakes
only
they make.
18.
I'm only 18. Yeah, I turned
Wow.
19 in like what's today? 5th.
That is
Yeah, the 30th,
amazing
I
because
turned
that's
5th,
wow. That's like
19 to 30th. Yep.
jeez. And Haney is what 23?
Oh shit, his birthday's the day before yours. Yeah,
You're 30th? Oh, you're a
30th.
Gemini?
Yeah,
Shout out
you
to you.
31st?
31st.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
man.
Yeah, so Monday, damn, bro, Monday. Well, happy early birthday
Thank
for
you, man.
sure.
Appreciate
for
it,
sure.
appreciate it.
Damn, I'm only 18 years old, bro.
Yeah.
It must be a
Damn, so
blessing.
you don't even need like he doesn't need motivation, right? He works on his own.
He's like I got him. I got my little one. My little one just started. He was on the top rank.
Okay.
With Edgar.
Training with Edgar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he's as special as him. You know, that's the next.
How old's your little brother?
He's 8 now. No,
Okay.
9.
Nine.
Yeah, 9. So
And it's just dumb how much they want. I told him, listen, you in a sport that they coming at you. They don't want to just tap you. They want to hurt you.
Yeah.
So you gotta run more than them for you not to get hit.
So basically, the father is just saying that he's in a sport where he's got to want it more than the opponent. You know what I mean? And he's saying that both of his sons are definitely self-motivated. Maybe we need to get him right here,
Yeah,
Madison.
you want to come sit down and be on the show? Shout out to Pops. Shout out to Pops.
All right. So
I mean, now I'm curious, right? Because I've been able to be around Shakur a lot,
right?
And I see the things Jay Prince is doing, and I respect how he's gotten his fighters to this point. So for you being in that position and still being young, right? You're not in Shakur's position,
right?
So what have you been able to learn from the situation in itself, right? Not just Jay Prince, but being around everybody from Rap A Lot and all the guys that are under that banner, and what have you been able to learn and take from that?
I learned that there's always someone that's working harder than you. You know what I mean? And you I work like a dog, man. You know what I mean? Like, back to the motivation thing. I mean, my biggest motivation is my family. We ain't rich yet. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do it so make sure everybody's comfortable. Everybody's living real nice. We're able to take a vacation here, wake up, hey, let's go to Paris. The next day type of thing. So I'm working for that. I'm working for my family. For God gave me the talent. Why waste it?
Absolutely.
But back to that. I think it's really working hard, you know what I mean, and staying really, really consistent, because it's professionals now. It's not I'm gonna take 2 weeks off and I ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? I think it's really from learning from all these guys work hard and they're all hungry. You know what I mean? They could be just as hungry as you. It's just who wants it more, or who trains harder, who got the best knowledge. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. I think being around great people like that, in your niche, in your field, right.
Yeah.
No, that's good, bro. Because for me, it's like I always tell him, I'm like, yo, you never gonna outwork me, because it's like I know he's ahead of me. I know he's been doing this longer, so I feel like I got to play catch up.
Right.
So it's like I got to work harder than you, But at the same time, given that he is experienced and he has been doing it and doing his thing, it's like and at the same time I got to learn from you too.
Right.
So I feel like that's the same thing with you. It's like you're able to, train with the best, but learn from the best at the same time.
Of course, you always got to have like how do you say it? Like a goal in mind. You know what I mean? Even if it's not a big goal, say you do have a big goal, you got to have a whole bunch of little goals, or you got to have someone that's always racing in front of you. When I'm running and stuff, I always picture someone a little bit ahead of me, just so I could, pick up the pace. I don't lose tempo, nothing like that. Just get faster, if anything.
Nice.
You always got to have someone like push you in a way. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
If it's not that, it's time. I have him
beat the time.
beat the time.
Yeah, that's why I tell him, like, I like to work out with my watch so that I could beat my calories. Like, if I didn't do as good as yesterday, then I'm not doing good. You know what I mean? So I have to always burn either the same or more to know that I'm at least working. So speaking of working out, we've seen you a couple times at the Top Rank Gym at night. Is that something you picked up from Floyd, training at night because you fight at night, or is just when the gym is available to you?
No, I mean, shout out to my man Frank.
Shout out to Frank, man.
Shout out to Frank.
Shout out to Frank. Frank, man, Frank is literally the man with the plan. So shout out to Frank.
I kind of just train, whenever I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, so obviously you'd have to run in the morning or, set your schedule up. Sometimes you have to train at a certain time. But I don't know. I feel really, really motivated at night, more so. And we train three, sometimes four times in a day. So, I really have to break it down. And at some point, I have to end up at the night, 12, sometimes 2, whether it be EOS or Top Rank. I just been doing that
2 in the morning?
Me and my dad,
schedule calendar where I put all what he has to do every day.
So we either have EOS or, could strength and
So
conditioning.
what's the schedule like for you today?
So today, after this, I'm gonna chill a little bit at the house, and then I'm gonna go run in Mount Charleston later. I mean, Mountain's Edge.
Ooh.
Yeah, but we do switch it up. We don't stay at I'm gonna go to the same mountain, or everybody just goes to Mount Charleston.
Yeah.
There's different, there's a whole bunch of different, you got Majestic Park, with the stairs and all that. So we mix it up for sure. So I'll probably run, and then a couple hours after that, because I can't just go straight into the gym. I won't give my best workout, I'll relax a little bit, go straight to the gym, relax a little bit after that, and then go to EOS. And I think I do work tomorrow, so I would have to wake up a little bit earlier, to go to work.
Wait.
I work at Foot Locker. Yeah, I work at Foot Locker.
Full-time job? You have a job too?
I have a job, yeah.
What? Because you want to or you need it?
No, I mean, it's boring. I can't, when I'm not training, I need to be making some. I don't know.
No, for sure.
I feel like I'm wasting the time that I have. I'm playing games or whatever. It's cool and all, but I just feel like I'm just go to work. Yeah.
I'm shocked. I've never seen
Shout out to my Foot Locker peoples.
I've never seen a prospect. I'm sure Xander Zayas doesn't work.
And guess what? After his last fight, he got the win, right? He went back to work. He's been working, covering shifts, doing everything, picking it up. When everybody's going for a off, he'll pick it up.
And this is straight after my last fight too.
And he ended up getting employee of the quarter.
Yeah, I got employee of the quarter.
Damn.
Pop said he got the win and went to work right
That's
after.
crazy.
Hold on, you got employee of the quarter at Foot Locker.
Yeah, I got employee of the quarter at Foot Locker. Yep.
So
for what? For selling the most, or for just being like a great employee?
Yeah, overall employee. Not only would I take shifts,
That's
great customer service, and you know what though, it does give me the other side of the coin, like what it could be like, if I didn't box, or I just want to work a regular job or whatever, you know what I mean? It does give me the other side of the coin. I can't look at it that way as well.
That's crazy.
Yo,
though.
so you
I'm
haven't-
just like, you're on TV and then you go selling sneakers?
Yeah. People, you know what? It's starting to happen more often now. Like, I be working, I'm grabbing a shoe, I'll be right back, and then I come right back, I grab the shoe, then they're like, oh, should I box it up?
We got a shoe plug now. You know what I'm saying?
Foot Locker.
We got a $5 super chat from Noe G Dallas. Being so young, does he really know who Jay Prince is in his story? Being from Texas, Jay Prince is well respected and not to be messed with. Fan of this kid.
Of course. Obviously I had to do my research. I've been looking at him for a long time. He had a long history with Floyd. You know what I mean? He worked with Andre Ward. He's been around the game, not only in boxing but in the rap
music
Houston,
industry.
and especially in
I
in
mean,
the music industry.
they credit Jazz for discovering Drake and putting them on with Birdman.
He did put him on. You know what I mean?
So obviously, a lot of story there. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Before I even met Jay, I met somebody who would rap a lot through Devin Haney, and met him. We was in New York for a fight. He's like, yo, you come to Houston, I got you. Let me tell you, I went to Houston. He took care of me. I was out there last summer. He took care of me. So shout out to Christian. But yeah, man.
He got his book, Respect the Game. So I definitely, I read that as soon as he gave me a copy of it, because it's always sold out. So he gave me a copy of it, signed it the first day. First day I went to his house. Because before that, I ended up going to Houston. Jay Prince's cousin, Mike Prince. They flew me out there, and they wanted to see what it was about. And I sparred. I think he's WBC silver champion right now.
O'Shaquie Foster.
Yep, him. I sparred him, and then I sparred this Mexican guy. He had a lot of fights though. And he was like, one of those, really, really tough guys, But and Duke was there too. Yeah, Duke was there. Coach K, and at the time, I know who they were, but I didn't really Joshua Greer was there too.
Shout out to Josh.
Shout out to Josh. But he saw what I could do. He liked it, and going a couple weeks, he hit me up. He said, "We in Vegas, come to the house." I go to the house. You see Crawford and Shakur playing ping pong. You got Efe Jagba. You got all those guys. We're all chilling. And that's how I knew this is where I want to be at.
Yeah.
Austin.
Positive vibe.
Was this? I'm just curious. Can I get a screen share? I'm just curious. Was this the night that you're referring to?
Yep, the exact night. Yep.
Shout out to Sean Zattel.
What? Sean posted it?
Nah, Sean.
Oh, he's there.
He's there. Yeah, I remember they had the little putting green and everything in the backyard and whatnot. Yeah.
We were playing little mini golf, right? And Jay Prince liked that I was really competitive. We were just betting for push-ups. I ain't got a couple grand to be betting on a game, but we were betting on push-ups. And it's not that I can't do the push-ups. I just want to make you do the push-ups. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to lose.
Right.
And Jay Prince did like that, the real competitiveness in me, even if it's with the older guys. And even ping pong, I'm starting to pick up at that. So
you got to if you're in top rank, Jim. Boy, Shakur make everybody play.
Man, I hadn't played in 2 years, bro, and I played him. I don't know, it was a week or two before his fight with Oscar. He whooped my ass
He was beating everybody in the gym.
I think I didn't get to double digits. I was either at 8 or 9 points. I didn't even make it to double digits.
Yeah, I went to 21, right?
Yeah, to 21.
Yeah. You know what though? That's just a big thing. They just Jay Prince and him. He had a big he just likes ping pong. Yeah, that's just his thing. And I was like, I might as well try it too. It's pretty fun.
No, it is,
and it's good for hand-eye coordination. There's nothing wrong with that. After a 2-hour training session or whatever. Play some ping pong.
No, definitely get your mind thinking.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Chess, same thing.
Oh, you play chess?
Oh, yeah. I want to play Bud in chess. You know what I mean?
I do too.
You play chess?
Damn, see, we got to get a board here in case we. Yeah,
for
bro,
sure,
I play.
For sure.
Are you on chess.com?
I'm on chess.com. Yep.
See me, Nest GTO. Let's get it on right now. We're going to do it live right now.
Because I know he talks about it all the time. I don't play chess, but he talks about it all the time. He talks about his score. What is your score?
What's your rating?
I don't play much on chess.com. So I don't have a rating really like that. I'm at 1,200. I'm at 1,200, something like that.
Wow, you at 1,200?
I'm at 1,200.
Oh, he's good. He's good.
So
he's good.
Damn, didn't you say you was an 11?
I'm an 11.
Oh, okay.
I'm an 11. I fluctuate. I told you. I don't lie.
Yeah, I don't really be playing on chess.com.
I could go as high as 13, but get down to 9. Yo, when you get in a losing streak, I lose. But I've played thousands of games. I got 6,000.
Yeah, I don't really not on chess.com. I usually me and my dad, especially when I'm in camp, we just I'll be playing with Rolly. We play chess all the time. He's pretty smart at that too. You know what I mean?
Heard, but
He's
when
really
we went,
smart
he
at
was
that.
only playing Connect 4. I want to play him in chess
Connect
too.
4. Don't play him in Connect 4, man. I'm telling you, I used to go to the Tia Joy, right, the boba spot.
Yo, that's where he took me and whooped my ass. I said, bro, how do you, bro? Because across the street is a sushi spot, right? Sushi Kaya.
Right.
Bro, he takes me to Sushi Kaya. I said, how you take me out to eat? Then it's me, him, and like 2 girls, right?
Right.
Bro, we go eat, we go to the boba spot, and then he just whoops my fucking ass like 3 games in a row in Connect 4. This shit wasn't even funny.
I think he has like strategy and stuff in Connect 4. Because I mean, that's okay, chess, everybody, strategy and all that. But Connect 4, who do you think will really, he really does Connect 4. I don't advise no one playing with him, especially trying to, But we were at Tia Joy, and then I always wanted to try, the different drinks. So he just be like, "What drink you want?" I'll just see what drink I want. He'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna get that for you. We'll go play some some people.
Yeah.
Like I bet $10 or whatever to the for the drink if I win." And then I'd always come out with a new drink every day, sometimes 2 or 3. So. For sure,
we got a couple questions here from the people. David Maldonado, New York City says, "What's up, champ? I remember you from HBO 24/7. I have a question. Whatever happened to your uncle Roger's son, Lakai Mayweather?"
Lakai Mayweather, yeah, that's his son. He's playing basketball right now, actually. He's pretty lengthy, kind of like his dad was. Yeah, he's a good kid. We used to like play around a little bit. I think there's a video on YouTube of us like sparring. Like it's just me and him, I was working with him. He's definitely like a longer fighter, just like his dad was. You know what I mean? But he's a good kid. He's doing basketball right now. Doing his thing.
I got James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas says, Nonito versus Inoue the Monster 2. Who wins and how?
Ooh, you know what? That's a good one. You know what I mean? Inoue could crack. We all know that. But Nonito, as we both, as we all know, he gave him his hardest fight. You know what I mean? Cut him up, everything. And if it wasn't for the body shot, I'd be a lot closer. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's a tough one. Honestly, I could flip a coin, and it'd be Nonito or Inoue.
All right. Rue in the 504 New Orleans says, when is your team planning on getting you back in the ring? But you announced July, right?
Right, July. Yep, July 15th. I'm gonna get back in the ring. Like I said, I think it's in Cali. So wherever, it doesn't matter. As long as they I keep staying consistent. I keep being out there. The fans will love me either way, wherever I'm at. I've been in the East Coast and the West Coast, so it doesn't really matter.
I got Dom in Seattle that says, shout out to you, champ. Hope God blesses you. So, who beat Canelo better, Floyd, TBE, or Bivol, baby?
I would say Floyd for sure. Hands down. But Bivol did. He did. That was crazy. Honestly, I was gonna bet on the fight with Canelo. I was gonna bet the whole bank. Thank God I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't really do my. That's what happens though when I underestimated him. To be honest, I didn't really know him. I thought he was just some other regular guy. He's gonna be too slow for Canelo. I'm pretty sure most people thought that as well. Yep. And I would say Floyd though for sure. But Bivol, he didn't stray away from the plan. You see, he kept everything tight. He threw when he needed to. And like I said in the press conference too, Canelo. He could tell when people just got real power like that. He said he didn't really feel that, he said in Russian, but he said he didn't really feel that,
that power from
that
Canelo.
power, that natural, he just has it. He felt like Canelo was just throwing it.
All right. Since we're talking about Canelo, I don't know if you heard that the rematch with Gennady is official for the trilogy, but he still wants to face Bivol in May. What's your thoughts on him taking a trilogy instead of the immediate rematch, and what's your thoughts on him setting the rematch for Mayo?
I think that's better. You know what I mean? It gets some time to, get a little confidence back. I think he will beat Triple G. Maybe by knockout. I don't know. I think Triple G is done to me. You know what I mean? He was a great fighter, but it's sometimes it's time for people to go, retire, and I think this is the time after the Canelo fight. I think Canelo will take the win, but I think it's good for him to do that and then set his mind again back on Bivol. I don't know if he should fight Bivol again though, to be honest with you. Like I said, Bivol is too big, and he's natural big at that. You know what I mean? Canelo has to go up, Pretty sure he was lifting like crazy and all that. It takes away from how you usually fight at his original weight, which he should stay at. But I mean, he wants to be great, so let him do what he wants to do.
Do you consider that being great? Him moving up to 75? You got some of these haters that say he was just avoiding Benavidez and Charlo.
I mean, they can say whatever they want. You know what I mean? He is, or was, I guess, the face of boxing. You know what I mean? And to some extent still is. And they can say whatever they want, but they're not in the ring.
Yep.
Yeah, that he ducks this guy or this guy or whatever. But I mean, it's at the end of the day, he's still winning the belt. And Bivol is no chump. You know what I mean? He wanted to beat Bivol. Who else was that? Who's that? Was 175, right?
Yep.
Who's that 175?
Beterbiev, Joe Smith, John
I'd rather
Pascal.
Honestly, I think I'd rather see not Beterbiev. I want to see Beterbiev and Bivol. That'd be a good one.
Well, he's already scheduled to fight Joe Smith, top rank.
Who, Beterbiev, right?
Yeah, June 18th in New York City.
3-belt
unification. Yeah. Oh man, that's
so then
crazy.
the winner of that would have 3 belts, and then Bivol would have the last one in that division.
Okay, and then Canelo. But I do consider that to be great. You know what I mean? You're going up another weight class on top of that. 175. That's like Roy Jones was doing. He was going really, really big. What did he get up to? Light heavyweight?
No, heavyweight.
He got it to heavyweight?
Yeah, with John Ruiz. But if I remember correctly, like the cruiserweight division wasn't a thing, so Roy weighed in like 192 for the heavyweight fight. So after that, after beating John Ruiz, becoming heavyweight champ, he comes back down to light heavy. Fights Antonio Tarver.
He's trying to get another. He's trying to have that more division champion under his belt. And he's fighting a world champion at the end of the day. So I do consider that being great. Yeah.
I got Coach Myers all the way in Connecticut. He says, if you can take 3 attributes from 3 fighters from the past or the present, what would those 3 attributes be, and who would you take those attributes from, and why?
Floyd's defense. Obvious reason. He didn't get hit. He was, the master at hitting, not getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Prince Nassim, with his awkwardness. Like you can't really train for awkwardness. And people that just kind of fight like however, or just they come out different. I take that from him. And then I would say a little bit of that banging from like Roberto Durant. And that inside clinching work, the inside, he was kind of like a professional street fighter, what I mean? He knew what to throw, when to throw, and how to take punches away from fighters. So I would say those 3.
Nice. That's actually a great answer.
But an extra though is Pernell Whitaker's head movement. Floyd had defense, but you can't mix that up with just head movement. Like Pernell was real. I watch him all the time. His head movement is crazy.
You do a lot. You do a lot of studying then.
Oh, I watch a lot of boxing. You can't be in the sport and not be a fan at least.
Sure. I love that you said that, because some fighters feel like, because they're in the sport, they don't like to watch. They're not a fan of the sport. We've interviewed guys that say, I haven't watched the fight, or I don't watch boxing. Like, I only box. I don't watch.
I could see that. Why though? It's because it's like you're in it. So you see this guy, he's like, he's trash, or whatever case may be. It's you have your own opinion because you're in the sport. That's why I'm pretty sure it's the same with every other sport.
Like I was saying, Floyd, you always told us to be unpredictable. You get me? Being unpredictable, learning from all these different fighters, learning their crafts, how to move, when to move, is a big part of his process. As he's maturing as a boxer.
So teaching him how to stay unpredictable.
Mm-hmm. Fighter can't train for you if you're unpredictable.
That's what I was saying that Rolly has as an advantage. Like, I think as great as Tank is going to take him a few rounds to figure out how to come in on Rolly's weird style.
A lot of people, I get it. They're going for, Tank or whatever.
Yeah, he's the A side. He's supposed to go for him.
Yeah, right. But a lot of people sleeping on Rolly, man. A lot of people are sleeping on Rollies. That's my guy, so I'm going for him all the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I'm going for him all the way to the end.
But
you know what I mean?
On some friendship, or you think there's something?
Honestly, obviously it's friendship, but I think he could catch him with something. You know what I mean? We know Tank to not have the best defense. You know what I mean? He's been touched up in the past couple of fights, and he does have that power, obviously. But I think Rolly, people sleeping on Rolly, he might catch him with something. You know what I mean? And I don't know how Tank will react to it, or if he can. You know what I mean? Because once you get caught, it's a weird feeling.
It's funny you say that, because today's topic is obviously, one part of it is that, Antonio Tarver, the former light heavyweight champion who beat Roy, said he believes Rolly is hitting like a heavyweight. And that's only based off pad work, though. He says, like, he's got a video that went viral, and he just believes that boy's hitting like a heavyweight. Is that even possible?
I mean, yeah, you got guys that, what was that one guy? I think, he ended up committing suicide, unfortunately. What was his name?
A boxer?
It was a boxer. He ended up, it was on the news, like, killed his wife, and then,
Valero.
Edwin
Valero from he was actually
my cut
fucking
man's
good.
my cut man's dad, Raphael Senior. He was in the camp, and Raphael Jr. was in there too. And he would see he'd see him train. He would do like 1,000 push-ups and stuff like that. That man, you had crazy. There's people that just got it. Like you see videos. We heard. I don't know if you heard, but that the Oscar De La Hoya thing where he went in to spar him the Golden Boy, and he ended up dropping him, and then they ended up kicking him out because of that. He's crazy. The dude was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, there's people that do got power, so I think it is possible. Yeah.
But put it like this, like him, when it comes to my son, same thing. He goes in there, he spars 135, 140, 147 pounds.
And I'm not sparring bums at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not no.
He's in there hanging in there, pushing them back. It'll be a challenge match. And he's fighting at 122. But at the time, he's like at 118, so he's even smaller.
Yeah. I've been sparring champion since, 15. I got power for sure. I know that, I'm developing. It's the pro game now. So now it's time to hurt people, not, look good and hurt them. You know what I mean? That's what it is in the end of the day.
Dr. Mofongo in Long Island says, thanks for being on the show. When I saw that clip from 24/7, I was shocked at how time flies because I distinctly remember that episode and have always wondered what became of Little Cashflow. My question is, from a fighter's perspective, does a fight like the upcoming trilogy with GGG have the makings of a trap fight for Canelo, being that he's been vocal about not wanting it and may not get up for it, plus the fact that he's coming off a loss? Best of luck in your career, champ.
Appreciate it, my man. But I don't know, trap fight?
Yeah, he's saying like maybe Canelo can't get up for the Triple G rematch. He's disappointed with the loss in Bivol. His mind is not on Triple G.
See, the thing about Canelo, you know what I mean, which I respect. When he lost to Floyd, he was at the top of his game. You know what I mean? Nobody's beating him, and knocking people out. He was looking sharp, real good, and then Floyd whoops him. The whole fight. He didn't win around, and he took that as okay, I just need to get better. I think that's how their team, or at least Canelo, in this case works. I don't think it's a trap fight. I think Canelo, he brushed that Bivol fight off. Obviously, it won't go away, but I think he used that more as motivation rather than like, oh, I lost.
For sure. I got Brandon in Houston that says, thanks for coming on, Floyd. As a young man, part of a generation who has grown up in social media era, do you think the social media and the fans' comments are powerful enough to affect the fighter in-ring game plan? If so, how do you resist trying to prove the comments wrong? Brandon in Houston.
That's a good one. I think a lot of boxers, we do, like, we obviously, it's not like we can't see comments and you can't fully ignore it, but I think at the end of the day, if you're a really, a true fighter, that none of that matters. The only, information or advice you should take or prove something wrong, anything is your family, you know what I mean? And whoever, whoever's in your team, your coach, be the case, whatever. At least those people in your circle, I think at least they have that, that sway and, changing your game plan or whatever. Because if they tell you, you can't beat this guy, what the hell I'm gonna think,
Right.
I'm the fighter and you're the coach, you know what I mean? I think at least at that point, yeah. But I think all the other stuff, some fighters do buy into that. I don't. I mean, who cares? You could comment, I could comment, it doesn't matter. You're a person at the end of the day, so you can say whatever the hell you want, but I believe it doesn't matter,
All right, we got the last one is from Baltimore, the best dad ever, who's actually Tank's biggest fan. He says, glad you're picking Rolly. 2 laughing out loud emojis. Bet the house. Good luck on your career, champ. So yeah, he's definitely a Tank fan and doesn't believe Tank can lose, but upsets are part of this sport.
I mean, they happen, and if you've been seeing recently, it's been happening quite a bit. You know what I mean?
Well, we were talking and showing the differences in how Rolly looks today versus how he even looked March 4th when he announced the fight. If you go to his Instagram March 4th and then you go to the media workout in the Floyd gym last week, it's two different people physically. Like he's put on some muscle. He's put on some muscle and size for sure.
I guarantee you Rolly is taking this fight serious as he possibly can. You know what I mean? He'll look like he don't care or whatever, but I know he's taking it seriously, and he's not coming there to play. Cause think about it. Think about what's in it for him. Say he knocks out Tank, whatever, catches him, boom. Oh, you know what I mean? Now what? Now he already talks shit. You know what I mean? Imagine when he beats Tank. He can say whatever he wants because he just beat Tank. Yeah, it'd be the same. I was going for Teofimo the entire way, and everybody was going for Loma. You know, I mean, they thought Loma's the god or whatever, because he was like kind of Thanosing his way through the division.
Yeah, with Josh.
And Andy Ruiz, come on now, who thought he was gonna be Anthony Joshua?
I think the difference. I agree with that one, right? Because. And even still, like people didn't believe Andy. Like
I didn't even know who he was.
Joshua was a star. You get what I'm saying? It's different when you beat a star. Even with Bivol, he didn't turn into. Andy turned into an overnight star. Yeah, Bivol didn't.
But Andy had
the Mexican people.
He had the elements that Bivol doesn't have. He had the Mexican people. Then he had the ability to become the first ever Mexican heavyweight. So to you guys, that's something very prideful because you really aren't heavyweights.
Right.
Like you get a heavyweight every fucking 20 years if you're Mexican. So like people took pride in that and they followed him and they got behind Andy.
And he beat one of the biggest tickets too. Yeah. So after that, man, he blew up. Imagine Rolly beats Tank. So much motivation in it for him. Rather than Tank beating Rolly, it's like, whatever. He just, he doesn't really gain much from that. You know what I mean? So I think the motivation factor is a little less.
What does gain? Like, who does Tank have to fight in order for it to be like something to gain from? Because it was the thing. It was the thing with Canelo, right? It was the thing with Canelo. It's like. It almost seemed like no matter who he fought, somebody was going to be critical of it.
Right.
And Tank is a star, right? But people are critical that he's not in those big fights. Now that it seems like he is leaving Mayweather Promotions, at least that's what he has said. What do you think is the big fight for Tank?
Man, honestly, he has to fight. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Tell him he got to get past your boy before he start thinking about big fights.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? He got to fight Core. Come on now.
You want Shakur?
I want him to fight Core, to be honest. You know what I mean? I already know Core outbox him. You know what I mean? I know that for a fact. But besides that, he did a little prove it fight with Leo. Come on now. He had a hard fight and caught Leo with a. Who thought?
Wow, you call that a prove it fight?
I think come on now.
It's funny. I do too. I feel like Leo Santa Cruz, 3-4-time champion,
four division. No, it was he two.
He's definitely had the accolades, but people felt like he was too small.
Like it's too. No, I mean he beat
Abner, right? Wasn't it Abner?
No, it wasn't Abner.
No, Tank?
Leo.
No, Leo. Yeah, Leo beat Abner.
He beat Abner. What was it? Frampton.
Yeah, I think he's talking about. But even Tank, I mean, in the Pedraza fight, let's remember that people were saying, "Oh, Floyd trying to set him up."
But there was. I mean, if you followed that fight, you know that Pedraza had announced that he was going to move up, and then he got offered the Tank fight, so he stood there. It's like, except he didn't perform as well as Charlo, right? When Charlo was going to move up, and he stood there to fight Julian Williams, he looked amazing. Unfortunately for Pedraza, he blamed his performance on the weight.
Coming to the top of the hour with Floyd Cashflow Diaz. Make sure to get your questions in.
That's right. We have our Patreon page actually open, but I think that is the last question, so we're going to go ahead and take this intermission. Actually, we got one just snuck in. Miguel.
There we go.
Miguel says, what weight class do you think you'll peak at?
I think 140. You know what I mean? I feel myself getting bigger. Everybody tells me core, you know, shoo.
You're at 18 right now.
I'm 18, you know, and they
Still growing.
They tell me, you know what I mean? I may not look strong with my
No,
baggy
you're
shirt
118.
on. No, I'm 122.
Oh, okay.
122.
That's right. The last fight, right? That was your first fight at 22?
Yeah, my last fight was
Okay.
first one at 22 and moving up to 6 rounds on top of that. But I know I'm growing into my body, you know, I know I can get bigger, you know, I could have one of those
growth spurts?
Yeah, you know, just a little bit. And even if it's not height, you know, I know for sure I'm getting wider. Like, you know, I'm able to handle these big, really, really big guys, especially at my age. I'm not even at full man strength yet. So I think 40, you know.
Big guys like who?
So I've sparred, obviously, Shakur. You know, Shakur, he's pretty big compared to me. You know, I've sparred, I would say, I sparred 135s. I sparred a lot of 135s. You know what I mean?
Andres?
I haven't sparred him. I think at some point we will, though. You know, he's always at top rank gym.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing, though. Shout out to him.
He's got a fight too. Y'all might be on the same card. I think he just announced July too. I'm gonna look it
Wait,
up.
when he just fought for the Shakur fight, right?
Yeah, because we're sponsored by the same.
We have the same meal prep company. And
he
like
told
us and Andres, and they're like,
I might have to look into that. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Foodie Fits, bro.
Yeah, I be eating meal preps, you know, because, you know, you don't obviously don't got a whole bunch of money to spend on, you know, cook and all that. You know, for one fight I did though, Jay Prince, he took care of me. I was in camp with Efe and Joshua and them, and that's when that fight got canceled and all that. But we had a chef, you know, and I felt real good. Like I never had, you know, like obviously you got your home cook, you know, you got your family cooking, but I'm talking about like, you know, my calories, you know, I'm drinking.
Yeah, everything was on point.
Everything was on point. I never felt that good in my life, to be honest. Like, cause you know, during the amateurs, even like for my first fight, we just eat whatever. Just instead of eating 2 tacos at Jack in the Box, just eat one. You know what I mean?
You were still eating Jack in the Box.
Eat what you want, but eat less of it. That's how I
The
say.
thing about him in the amateurs, he would weigh in, but nobody knows. I used to have him skip weight and to challenge him to fight the next weight class up. I would have to strap. I was strapped. Nobody knew this. Strap sandbags.
He would put sandbags like on my like towards my thigh, you know, upper thigh. And he would tape it. He would tape it. You know, the little ankle weights. He would tape it. So I'm wearing like kind of like really big boxers or shorts. And I'd be like, can I weigh in with these? They'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter. And then I'd end up weighing, you know, super big. And that's how I'd fight. Because, you know, even at tournaments sometimes, yeah, and I'll still win, you know what I mean? And unanimously too, you know? There'd be a tournament where there's only one guy. I could have took the one guy route, beat him. Oh, I won, you know? But the next weight will have like, you know, 5 or 6, even more, you know? My dad be like, we're going to go up, you know? Me as a kid, I was like, hey, I want to just fight the one guy, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, you know, as I did get older, I did understand that more, and it definitely helped me a lot more. It's amateurs. I mean,
sure.
you know.
Constantly being tested.
Yeah, you being tested and getting, you know, it really makes you sharp.
Tournaments, you know, the tournaments, I had to do that because I had to challenge his mind. I had to give him the confidence that, you know, it don't matter what weight you at, your IQ, you know, will beat them all the time. You know? And that's the thing. And he learned that as he got older. You got me?
Okay.
And, you know.
So you think that's where you get your confidence from when you get in there with Shakur and other top guys?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. You know, because obviously Shakur is a different level from the guy I fought in Arizona. You know,
Yeah.
you know. But I think I don't know what it is. But whenever like I go in with somebody that's like real sharp, or I know he's nice, I get like 2 times, 3 times sharper than what you know what I usually am.
Yeah, you got to raise your level.
Yeah, you know, because but that's the same thing what we were talking about before previously. You know, the training. It's the same thing with like you know sparring. If I see Shakur doing really good, I want to do really good with whoever the hell they put me in with. You know, and because when I sparred world champions, you know, I sparred DJ Krell when he was world champion. I sparred Kazuto Ioka
over at DLX.
Yeah. No. That one was at Bones. That wasn't at Bones. This was like a while. I was 15.
Okay.
I was 15 when I sparred my first world champion. And I ended up sparring Kazuto Ioka. He's still, I think he's still a champ.
Yeah,
he's still a champ.
He got the IBF.
I sparred him, and I had to spar him southpaw because the dude he was fighting was southpaw. I'm not a southpaw. I'm orthodox, but I switch. You know what I mean? So I sparred him the whole time southpaw.
Wow.
Yeah, I sparred Shakur. What was I sparred? I sparred Tug Nyambar. While he was a champion. Huh?
Excuse me.
Well, no.
He fought last fight at 130.
No, I'm talking about like world champions.
World champion.
Yeah. Who else was it? I named Shakur, Tug, Kazuto. Ioka and DJ. So far, right? Yeah. That's so far, right?
No Donaire?
No Donaire. I did try getting work with him though. We just haven't been able to like, fully connect and be like, because I know, for this fight, I feel like I could have gave him a lot of great work.
Yeah.
Being the fact I'm a young fighter, I'm gonna give him really hard work. Obviously, I'm gonna want to look, better than him.
Yep.
So I would give him really hard work, and I would be as explosive. Thing about me is, if you have me in camp, if there's any world champions, watching this, you want me in camp with you. You know what I mean? I do watch the other fighters, like how they fight and all that.
You try to emulate.
I try to emulate.
The Maloney brothers.
Oh, and the Maloney brothers. I spot. That was actually my last. Oh, and Jonas. He's not full world champion. It was an interim, right?
Jonas?
No, Jonas Sultan. He look him up. Filipino. He fought. Who did he fight his last fight? Yeah. What was that guy he fought? Jonas Sultan has like the one before, like you get like what Rolly had, right?
Yeah.
Right, like one of those.
Interim.
Yeah, like.
Or the regular.
Right, Jonas Sultan.
Yeah. While he looks that up, I got another 2 for you. New York Bullet says, if you can test your skills against any legend of your choice, who would it be? Respect, champ. Blessings.
I'd be a fool if I didn't say Floyd. You know what I mean? But if I could really be like, respectedly the right height and the right weight for anybody, yeah, I think it'd be Canelo and Floyd. If not, honestly, like, what's his name? There's so many fighters, I don't know. I would go back and just fight everybody. But I'd probably say Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I mean? Sugar Ray was real nice at that time.
He was the IBF Intercontinental Champion. So
that and Purnell, I'd be able to see. I want to see how.
If you could hit him?
Yeah, like, if I could hit him, yeah. If I could be as accurate as I am with the other guys, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's a lot different, And like Roberto Durant, those guys too.
Last one, champ. Victor Banuelo. Spence versus Crawford. Who you got?
I got Crawford. I think Spence is a great fighter. He moves forward. He knows how to break guys down. It's definitely going to be a tough fight. But I do think Crawford will come out with the win. He's sharp. I've seen him spar. I've seen him in the ring. And, I've seen him work out. And in his fights, it shows. He beats the right guys. I just think he has more attributes than Errol Spence does. I think it'd just be different when a guy's moving and switching, and touching you is longer. So I think I got Crawford.
All right. Well, we're going to take this intermission and take a picture with you. Give out your social media or anywhere you want to direct our audience.
Okay. So everybody follow me at Floyd_Cashflow_Diaz. You'll find me on all social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that, and to all my fans out there, I love you. Thank you. Appreciate it. To all my sponsors, appreciate y'all. And it's only moving forward from here. I'm a little young star, so, you guys going to see me world champion one day. Appreciate it.
There we go.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
The darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Because when he has been in the bright lights and enjoying his time, having fun and lapping it up, no problem. You're the big celebrity. You're in the bright lights. I've been in the dark, in the trenches, in the gym.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
People ask me, when does camp start? Camp started as soon as I bet Teofimo Lopez. As soon as I batted him and took all his belts, camp started the next day.
What a right hand from George Kambosos, and the takeover went down!
He's a good villain, though. He's a good villain.
Do you feel in charge?
Could have fought anybody. Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Unfortunately, Lomachenko's not available. Beautiful. Devin Haney, step up. Now we'll take your belt.
This is Sparta!
SDS Promotions.
But he says he'll finish his fight as a king. lost a king to an emperor.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ringwalk Danny.
Let's start with this. I'm a creative genius.
SDS.
And now, the most dangerous producer on YouTube, Brandon in Houston.
Brandon in Houston. SDS Promotions.
You're now locked into the king of all boxing podcasts, The Boxing Voice. Jab that like button.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
What is it? Is it that they don't like the Charlos? You like the Charlos?
The unified WBA, WBC, and IBF 154-pound champion of the world.
I'm happy, not angry, I'm passionate.
The WBC middleweight champion of the world.
No, I think you're a great fighter. And
I know that already. They say, oh, the Charlos ain't fought nobody. Duh, because they don't want to fight us. Fighters, come on, step up and get that shit. Come on, let's get it. Like I said, I went to the top already. I seen the bottom before. At the top, I seen the bottom. I went back down to the bottom and shot back the fuck back up. Now what they mad at me for? It's not like old school boxing, where the best fight the best no more. It's about politics. It's about who you know, who you are, if you got a crowd behind you. Sit your ass in your weight division and see if you can beat one of them. Cause fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby. If we stand by lines only, just like we made this up, we gonna ride with it. We gonna ride with it till the day we die.
Jamal Charlo.
SDS Promotions.
Shut the fuck up, you little prick. Yeah? Yeah, prick.
Yo, we are back, and we're going out to the callers on Discord. Who next?
We got the Ghetto Therapist.
What up?
Oh, look at this guy.
Baltimore.
You hear me?
We hear you.
Am I good this time?
You good.
All right, but shout out to everybody that's taking Rolly. And since he's going up in media workouts and how bodies look, I guess we should be just ready for Think Media workout today, right?
Yep.
So let's just see how that go. And last thing, Ness, are we talking about how somebody look in boxing now? Then you say the Rock was too big to beat Will Smith or have a chance because of his physique?
Yeah, I ain't think the Rock will have a chance because of his physique.
Yeah, so you shouldn't think Rolly should have a chance, right?
Bruh, you gonna compare Rolly's body to the Rock's?
No, I'm just saying because you
can't. That's a bad analogy because the Rock's muscles, the Rock's big inflated muscles make him less mobile. You don't see Rolly looking overly bulky, but I get you. You got to defend your mans. You know, we 3 days out. How many days, Danny?
What's today? Wednesday. 4 days out.
4 days out. We almost did. Don't you worry. I'm gonna be right here doing a live fight chat.
Who next? We got Big. So I guess I pronounced this incorrectly yesterday, but it's Big Jeff.
Big Jeff. Oh, that was it. He's new. What's up? I seen him DM me. He's new, so he probably doesn't know how to accept.
Okay. So yeah, you should have gotten an invitation to join the stage. You'll just hit accept on that, and then once you're there, make sure you're unmuted.
That's right.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, what up, Jeff?
What's going on, man? Hey, thank you for DMing me back.
No problem.
Yeah, but my take on Tank versus Rolly is Tank has to pop shot, move around. Rolly has to rough him up and bully him, push him. So it's like a 50-50 fight, in my opinion.
Wow, 50-50.
I don't know.
50-50.
50-50.
Ghetto therapist ain't like that.
Yeah, that's my take, man. I'll see you guys.
All right, brother. Appreciate your call. Looks like Mr. PBC What up?
¡Viva México, cabrones!
Mr. PBC, baby.
I'm gonna make one leg. Hey, Daddy. I'm gonna make one leg. This is dog.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God.
Hey, Daddy. This is dog.
Mr. PBC.
Hey, yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yo.
Hey, yeah, man. Beautiful interview by Floyd. And shout out to his career. Shout out to him selling shoes and knocking dudes out. This Canelo Triple G, that's pretty safe way to go. I think he probably won't ever do Bivol. He'll probably do Ryder. Jake Paul will be pretty dope. And then some mandatory that no one knows. Shout out to Bivol. No one knew him. Now no one wants to fight him. I ain't heard not one person call him out. So that's my call. PBV. I'm the most respected, most highly projected, and most people like me. You know, there's a few people that, you know, they don't really fuck with, but about to be caller of the month. Shout out to you, Danny, Ness. God bless y'all. And hopefully we can get some good fights. Hopefully Canelo fights Bivol.
Appreciate it, champ. Thank you. I will be in the building this weekend, so be on the lookout for all that content to come. Swift out in the 813.
Mic check.
One, two, 1, 2.
Hey, man, what's up, fellas, man? How y'all boys doing today, man? Good to talk to y'all.
All good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, we got number 3 for the Triple G and Nello. We all know that's gonna be like knocked out by the 7th round. I'm calling it right now. I'm really more fascinated by this Alicia Baumgardner and Michaela fight, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. That might be a bonfire right there in the making. We're gonna get that. What else we got, man? Oh yeah. Can't fucking forget the taking Rolly, man. Everybody talking about not Tank, but Rolly's physique and all that and third. Listen, I'm with y'all when y'all say it's gonna be a wrestling match the first couple of rounds. But as soon as Tank downloads that strategy, man, it's gonna go downhill from there. You're gonna see a master class jab session. I'm telling you. Underneath all them ugly hooks, your boy Bullet gonna be highly upset. He might jump in the ring. You know what I'm saying? How he be talking. I know he got a couple bands on the fight, man. He might have to help Rolly out. But the shit finna get ugly, man. It's gonna be a good fight first couple rounds. But after that, like I say, man, downhill from there, man. Great interview, fellas, man. Y'all keep killing how y'all killing it. Y'all the TBE, the TBV, man, podcast universe. You know what I'm saying? Always gonna be a fan. One time for y'all, give it y'all roses. That's my call, man. Y'all boys stay up and safe and healthy.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. Excuse me, shit. And that's over here getting me sick before New York. He don't want me to go.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Benitez.
James Benitez in Huntsville, Alabama.
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
And it's not going the distance. Either he'll wave the white flag or I'll wave it for him.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
A lot of you live believable lives. It's easy to sit in those seats. It ain't easy to stand up here. Remember that.
Matter of fact, when I smacked his brother in this gym right here, he didn't do anything. All he did was stand there like a big fat pussy.
In your mind, how does that fight go?
With me getting my hand raised.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, what's up, Ness? What's up, Rainwalk, man?
What up,
Yo,
what up?
What's up, man? Yeah, I ain't been listening to the show. I just hopped on, just kind of saw what the topic was, man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Triple G and Canelo Part 3, just the end of this saga. I mean, I think it makes sense for him to actually take this fight before going right into a rematch with Bivol, because he's going to be able to do that, you know, be able to rebrand, rebuild his stock and everything. And then on top of that, that'll give Bivol just time just to take care of, get all the belts at 175. And it'll be a much bigger fight for both of them. Whereas, it'll be two undisputed champions going against each other, which will probably be one of the first times that we ever seen that in history. The 168, 175 champion going head to head. So, I mean, that'll probably raise Bibble's payday from what it was to probably hopefully the 15 to 20 million mark when he goes back to renegotiations because of all the belts that's going to be there. And it's going to be a hell of an event. Other than that, Rolly Tank, man, that shit ain't going to last too long, man. That's not going to last too long. Hopefully Tank gets him out of there. But, Rolly may hit him with some shit. And other than that, man, hey, good show, fellas. And, man, let's stop giving these champions like Benavidez all this credit, man. Hopefully he could actually defend that interim title, man. And that's my call, man.
CYP.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
What up?
Hey.
No shit. CYP, we gonna come back to you. Who we got on Blog Talk, Ness?
Nobody with their hand raised, so it is Nesta Gibbs on TikTok
and on YouTube. Make sure to go check out my boy's first episode of Cut It. He doing something a little different. They want to turn my boy into a star, so go check it out. Nesta Gibbs on YouTube. CYP, what the fuck is up?
What up?
Man, am I here?
Kinda.
Yep.
And now you're not. But see, last time it was the third time, so maybe we got to go to him a third time because it was the third time that worked.
Mm-hmm.
It was the third time that worked.
Third time's a charm.
But in the meantime,
we got Oscar on Blog Talk. Okay. In the meantime,
Oscar. Buenos dias.
What's up, Ness?
What's up?
What's up, Ness? What's up, Danny?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, remember, I was the first delusional one that said Rolly, so remember that. But as for Triple G and Canelo, don't like the fight, but understand it, and it was in the contract, like you said. But I do feel like if he would have beat Bebo, he would have got out of that contract. I do feel like that, but let's be real, it is a tune-up. That's what he's taking, and I think my man deserves a tune-up. Don't you think?
Yeah, but this ain't a regular tune-up. This would be a bunch of other people's toughest fight.
Oh, we could have took a Selecki, right?
Or Dennis Hogan.
That is a tune-up, right?
Dennis Hogan.
Or Dennis Hogan. There you go. There you go. And like I said, he's fighting a tune-up, so-called, but who are they fighting as tune-ups, And, hey, about that, Charlo, is he a super middleweight or is he not? Because he keeps saying he's going to move up, and he keeps saying he's not. So I'm confused on that. But that's it, man. Y'all have a good day.
All right.
Thank you.
And it looks like we have Suleiman the Scholar in New York City.
Hello?
Oh,
you hear me?
Yeah. What up?
What's good, man? It's Saquon again. How y'all doing?
Saquon, what up?
Yo, Danny, I sent you pics. I was at the Charlo Undisputed fight on Instagram and whatnot. So I was hoping I saw you join on YouTube. I didn't get a chance to see you, so I was disappointed. But I live in New York, man. So if you need to be shown around in Brooklyn, bro, hit me up. All right.
There we go. Oh yeah, shoot me a DM on Instagram, bro. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'm staying in Brooklyn. I'm flying into Newark, but I'm staying in Brooklyn and everything. So, I got. We gonna have some fun. I got shit lined up out there. I got a friend flying in from DC, so we gonna have some fun out there in New York.
Yeah, I'll definitely shoot you a DM again. But I got a question for y'all guys. This is gonna kill. This is gonna make y'all stay for another 20 minutes. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Rank the top 5. I guess you could do it after Haney next week, but I would love to hear y'all top 5 undisputed champs. Undisputed champs. But listen, this is my criteria when you hear it, though, okay? I don't believe that, like, Jermaine Taylor and Kambosos, I don't believe they could be in top 5 because they didn't go against 4 champions or 3 champions or 2 champions. They just beat one person to get undisputed. So I don't think that they could be top 5. But I would love to hear y'all list once Haney wins it. And last thing, did y'all get y'all visas yet? I'm still waiting for Australia, my visa. I ain't hear back yet.
So. I'm denied.
Oh, they officially denied
They
you?
officially denied me.
That's crazy.
That's what I woke up to.
I haven't heard back, man. I'm waiting, man. I'm
I'm
waiting, man.
I just messaged you back, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, but
see you this weekend, and love the show. And sorry about Australia. I'm still waiting for my decision now, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
all right, bro.
champ.
Appreciate it.
Did we get to everybody's super chat? Don't want to leave anybody behind. Look like we got Matt Machine Gun Garces. I see that. Did we ever get to that?
Let's get to our next caller, and I'll catch up on the super
let's
chats.
go back to CYP. Third time's a charm.
Let's get back to CYP. CY Pizzle.
What?
Yo,
y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I told you third time the charm, bro.
Bitch. Well, listen, let me cook real quick, man. Mr. PBC, I love you. You know what I'm saying? You had a great pick with Bivol. You've been repping Bivol. But my guy's undisputed in the same month. And then Tank is about to whoop Rolly ass in the same month. Undisputed has always been heralded more than a win over a Canelo when he's moving up to your weight division. Stop it. We love that pick. But in the real world, they still talking about Charlo's undisputed run. They're not talking about Bivol no more. Why? Because now Triple G has overtook that hype. So CYP is here to overtake your hype. I'm caller of the month. I'm counterpuncher of the month. And what we need to do is next month I'm going to disqualify myself because then maybe J Mac can win something when we're both nominated at the same time. Let's be real here. The sword has been cut. Me and him are on two different sides now. The man wants to be little CYP. He cannot be me. As long as I'm here, he will always be second tier, maybe even third tier. Remember that. War is on. CYP out.
We do have several super chats I want to get to next. Matt Garces with a $5 super chat says, crazy how it went from why is he fighting Bivol to why isn't he fighting Bivol? Tank, rounds 4 through 7, Rolly will overcommit. Sir Saya with a $10 super chat saying Wilder AJ definitely deserves more respect for their back-to-back rematches. And what weight is Canelo fighting his rematch versus Bivol at in May? No word on a rematch in May, but and so no word on weight. But the Triple G fight is at 68. I did see a lot of people in the chat asking. Forever Runway Fashion Line says, what happens if Canelo loses against Triple G now?
That's what I said. It could be very bad for him.
It could be extremely
retirement time.
Noah G Dallas says $5 saying being so young. Oh, we did get to that one as that was for cash flow. High and Low Sports Zentrum with two $2 super chats, both saying the boxing voice is more. And James Benitez with his $10 saying, I'm anxiously waiting for David to defend his first ever belt. Charlo defended, Nello defended, and Platt defended. Shout out to the real champs of boxing. Can you really be a champ without a defense? All right, who we got up there?
We got Coach Myers.
Coach Myers in Connecticut. What up?
Hey, Daddy. I want 10 from that. That shit gonna be easy work. Tell your nigga to be quiet.
This a dollar bean.
You got hurt by game one.
This a dollar bean.
Man, damn. I believe in, you gonna go through trials and tribulations. Man, damn. Definitely, that's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else wants. Like I said, I'm gonna get these straps. I'm gonna go over there and take his shit too.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, what's going on? I ain't got much on the topic. Just want to call in, keep the show going longer for a couple minutes. Honestly, I ain't got nothing against Canelo, man. I mean, he went up to fight a bigger dude. I mean, I think people just being extra on it. I mean, Andre Ward, one of my favorite fighters, but he did have Dawson come down to 168 to fight him. I mean,
and that first fight was controversial with Sergey Kovalev.
I mean, I ain't here to talk about Ward. I just, just throw the facts out there real quick. But besides that, I ain't got much else. Tank gonna knock out Rolly. It's gonna be something vicious and something bad. And I think Bivol's cool. I mean, it's cool getting a win over a dude that came up. But we say plenty of times on this show, how much credit you gonna get for a guy coming up to your weight just because you beat him?
I mean,
I
we
know.
say that
Ain't
all the
nobody
time.
give Gennady credit for beating Brook.
I'm just saying, I think Beaver would get more credit if he beats Better Beef, and he'll be more of a star if he beat Better Beef and get those 4 belts. But that's my call.
We got Hawk in Maryland.
What time is it? What time is it? What time?
Hawk in Maryland.
Tommy, I can knock you out, man.
Holy shit. Holy TheBoxingVoice.com.
Great show. Yes. Dan and Brandon. I'm out.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, TBV.
Good morning.
Yep.
Good morning, TBV. What's up, yo, Ness? And what's up, Ring Walk?
What up, what up, what up?
Ain't too much, fam. Ain't too much. Hey, look, man, I told y'all that Rolly style is that George Foreman punch hard with every punch, grab, rustle, push your opponent off balance. That same style as Rolly uses, the George Foreman style, man. Only difference is Rolly is not that much bigger than Tank. So Tank is going to knock Rolly out with body shots. I just got body shots. He really don't need to focus on Rolly's head, hit him right to the body because he's so wild. Let him throw his wild shots and come in and take him out to the body. I just got Tank just doing that. As far as that Canelo deal, great that he fighting Triple G. That's more where he's supposed to be. Go ahead, hit Triple G. But Bivol was just a better boxer than him. He can't beat Bivol. That's all. You know, it ain't a whole bunch of drama to it. He just can't beat Bivol. I think he should have a rematch with him or nothing. Just go ahead and move on. He's still getting 40, 50 million a fight, whatever. He can't beat Bivol. That's all. He's a great champion. He just can't beat Bivol. That's all.
All right.
That's my point.
Real quick, everybody watching, I need everyone to hit that like button. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and share. Tag the Boxing Voice on Instagram so we can repost.
Absolutely. We are very close to about 70,000, so you will be reposted to our very big audience. Looks like we got Lids Low on Blog Talk. What's up?
Get your ass in the ring and swing, man.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, Daddy.
Boxing thinking man's game.
This a dollar beat.
Skill. Up here. You gotta be out think a motherfucker. That's what BoxingVoice.com.
TBB, what's happening, man?
What up, what up?
Good morning.
What up?
Hey, it's a cool-ass, real nigga Gemini birthday today, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You understand? You're about 41 today.
Let's
you know
go.
What I mean, I turned 41 and it count. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all Gemini. Shout out to everybody else also. Appreciate that. Father Rolly in the tank, man, I'm just happy I'm getting a good-ass fight on my fucking birthday. And I always say, you know, two motherfuckers who don't like each other gonna do some motherfucking fireworks. So, hey, I'm with it. I'm crunk as hell. I'm about to get out soon. You understand what I'm saying? So, I ain't got no bad news. Shout out to everybody, shout out, regardless of who you going for. I'm out there camp. Y'all stay up, man.
Man, appreciate it. Who we got next?
Let me see here on Blog Talk. Looking like Big Super Mix.
BoxingVoice.com.
Golovkin, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, good morning, Ness, Danny. I don't know who the other guy is talking. Honestly, his voice kind of sounded like Mario for a minute.
Nah, that's Madison.
Yeah.
Definitely not Mario.
Yeah, well, shout out to you, man. No, look, I was going to change my intro, but look at that. What's old is new again, I guess. But I like the fight. I think it's a smart move. Bounce back, get your confidence back. But I agree with Hawk, man. I think if you're Canelo, as much as a Canelo fan as I am, man, you got to stay away from Bivol. I think Bivol stops him in a rematch. I think the size is too much. He's not going to fall for these traps. And, you know, it's not necessarily rebuilding, but it's you know, it is what it is, man. Bivol's just the wrong matchup for you. As far as Rolly and Tank go, man, I got Tank 5 through 8.
I think he should get him out of there spectacular fashion. Be looking good as always. So that's going to be great, man. And I just want to send out prayers and thoughts to all the families of the poor little kids, man, that lost their lives yesterday, man. The world is crazy, so hug your babies tight. I appreciate you guys for giving us a show, something to listen to other than all this craziness in the news, man. Y'all stay up.
All right.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Looks like that's everybody. Who's that?
True Roll Tide.
True Roll Tide. What up?
Yo, TBV, what's good?
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. She hits the like button. It's free. Do something. Ring walk, Ness. Yo, man, well, the tank and roll is not going to last long. You know, roller can hit like a truck, but we're going to see if he can land it. Tank is really, I don't think he's going to, or Tank will counter him, and it's going to be quick, but it can be exciting if you catch him. If you catch Tank, then it could be exciting. Somebody please convince Canelo to stay at 168. You know, he can stay on the vegan diet if he want to. He could do everything he want to do. Just stay at 168. Forget about 175. I mean, why do we want to? He's undisputed at 168. Just defend there and be great there. Like, Dave Benavidez is a big fight, big money fight. Charlo is a big money fight. They are both challenges. They are both 50-50 fights. You could challenge yourself there. Don't have this built-in excuse. That's all you want, is a built-in excuse to go to 175. And when you lose, you can say, well, I lost to a bigger guy. So just stay at 168. If you lose there, you can still, it's still a great challenge. Shout out TBV.
Don't get me wrong. I want to see Canelo fight Benavidez, but why do people get so pressed about Canelo trying to move up in weight so much?
Because they feel like he's prolonging the fight that they want. They wanted Charlo. They wanted Benavidez. They didn't ask for Bivol. Now they got Bivol. Now they want Bivol because he beat him. It's like Floyd said. People pay to see you fight or they pay to see you lose. But we're done. Catch us on the next one. NESGTO, Instagram and Twitter. Arrivederci.
Ringwalk Danny on all platforms. The Boxing Voice on all platforms. We will be back tomorrow. What's today? Wednesday? Tomorrow we'll be back with 2 shows, 6 a.m. Pacific and 4 p.m. Pacific.